Oh boy, welcome to Take the Crown, ladies and gentlemen. I am Xenaero, and we're going to be watching some 2v2 Classic Doom Team Deathmatch. It's time. All I need right now is confirmation that we're going to be doing which team we're going to be looking at. Now, there are 10 teams currently in the pool. I'm gonna change the tune real quick. There's something a little bit more chill in the background, but thank you everybody for coming out today, Saturday. The group stage is upon us, and of course, thanks to a generous person, we have an extra $15 in the prize pool now. That's right, 1,015 in the prize pool being distributed amongst the top placement teams in the final event on Sunday. But Saturday, it's all about qualifying for that double elimination bracket. Now we're going to start looking for games, which I believe teams are starting to coalesce together. Take the Crown is all about a, well, let's actually get the rules graphic up on here. How Take the Crown works, it's a red versus blue team format in a 2v2 team deathmatch. Rounds are to 50 frags or 7 minutes, whichever happens first. One team will nominate 2 maps for every round, while the second team will veto one of those 2 picks. Maps vetoed are returned to the map pool. Order is then reversed until all maps are chosen, which means if one team nominated in one round, the next round is nominated by the second team. Rounds in the group stage are a best of 3, and we have new school settings, so mouse look, jump, preferred weapon order, friendly fire, and a 3-second forced respawn are all in play. Friendly fire is kind of like the big wild card here because, well, gotta hold your fire around corners. You know, you might blast your teammate, and you'll be down a point in the total. If we do end up with a tiebreaker, they're determined in the following order: rounds 1, total frags, a frag differential, which means the gap between total team kills and total team deaths. And then, at the end of the day, if we can't determine a winner in a tiebreak, it's a coin toss. So, pretty simple, I think. Right now, we're just waiting for a game to, I don't even know. Going to confer with the administration, and we're going to be getting into a game here shortly. Hope everyone's doing well. Looks like it's being recommended that we're going to be watching Flexible versus Pandamaniacs. If everyone needs to look at the bracket, we have a simple command for that exclamation mark bracket in the chat. Will take you to that tournament page. And Flexible, consisting of Dastin and Ninja, will be playing against Pandamaniacs, which will consist of Steve and Blue Pineapple. We'll be getting into that server, looking for those players right now. Oh, there we are. And that's right, one of the maps does include a Cyber Demon. It's kind of a wild card on one map. And I don't know... Well, I'm trying to figure out what server this is actually taking place on. What Take the Crown is doing in partnership with the Multiplayer Doom Federation, there are multiple server clusters. We have servers in Missouri, we have servers in New York, we have servers in the Netherlands, France. It's there's a lot going on. So we have to find what server cluster we're getting. Then I'm just checking up for that. We'll just keep the tunes going then. Meantime. Nice ride, the tunes. What's up, Cabler? I believe the heads of the MDF are working out what servers we're going to be watching, because they take where every player is from and then try to get a balanced location for the matches. So while we're waiting on that, I'm gonna bring up the rules one more time. For anyone just joining us, Take the Crown is a $1,000 plus prize pool tournament in a 2v2 team deathmatch. Every round, every map goes to 50 frags or 7 minutes, and it goes through a nomination process with one team nominating 2, the second team vetoing 1, and then it changes hands until we have a full best of 3. New school settings, so you get to be able to look up and down, you get to jump, you get to see if, like when you run over a weapon, preferred weapon order allows players to determine if the weapon will change when you run over that weapon, instead of being a forced change with every weapon pickup, as it is in Vanilla Doom. Friendly fire is enabled, and there is a 3-second respawn. And tiebreakers are a whole nother process, but I don't think we'll see many ties happen, even with a 7-minute countdown. And again, we're just waiting for an announcement that we're doing a, which server we're jumping into. I'm refreshing the server browser as we sit here. And thanks to everybody for coming in and sharing a little bit of your Saturday with us. Trying to get a game to broadcast to you guys, so just hold on a little bit longer. Yeah, we'll be getting you some Doom here in the short term, for sure. Just trying to see what's going on with the servers and what's going on with the teams, and we'll get into a match as soon as I can find out what's going on. Small delay, but you know, it's early in the day on a Saturday. No big deal. There's Dew in the chat who says that there's a no-show team, so there's a bit of a scheduling scramble. As we approach the time for the games, every team kind of was set up in a schedule for the group stage. It's a round-robin format, so with a no-show team, things get thrown a little bit out of whack. We'll get right on track here shortly. It's like herding cats. You know how it goes. You should know how it goes now with Doom events. It's all over the place. What's for breakfast? Oh, coffee and donuts, my brother. Over on the west coast where I am, it's early in the morning. Had to get up before 9 on a weekend. You meant to make coffee? Still time. Kind of donuts? Maple. Well, it's alright Saturday night where you are? Oh, yeah, we got players from all over the world. It's pretty impressive in a game like this that has lasted so long. We still have players participating from all corners of the globe. North America, South America, Europe, kind of. Just kidding. We got players from everywhere. New Zealand, Australia, Canada, Europe. I believe we still have some players actively participating from the Middle East and even in Northern Africa as well. So, I mean, everywhere. The moon. Yeah, absolutely. Antarctica. We could probably cover every single continent. I'm sure there's a Doom player in Antarctica somewhere on a military base or science outpost. Tapping into those undersea cables. Currently watching the participants channel in the Multiplayer Doom Federation Discord. For those who aren't part of that, it's in the chat. DoomFederation.com has a link to the Discord there. A lot of events get organized and dealt out through that Discord, so that's a great place to be if you're looking to participate in even casual events. You want a piece of the pie and take the crown, or serious events like that. We'll be announcing those as they come up in that Discord as well, but we have something for everybody. Serious events, casual events, survival co-op, got it all. Just a update, they're still getting the games together, and the big issue at the moment is because they have to generate the matchups and determine a fair server. Now, the many servers we have, it's dependent on the location of the players. A little bit of a scramble, and I think we'll be seeing one team, both teams in a Missouri server here shortly. Yeah, and teams are starting to get organized now. We're getting announcements that servers are going to be in Missouri, New York, and we'll broadcast a match for you here shortly. The wait is almost over. Alright, I think I know what server we're going to be jumping into, so we'll do that real quick. That meaty's a bit loud. And this will be the first map in the map set known as Rot Zone, made by legendary multiplayer mapper Rot King. There are 7 maps chosen from a pool consisting of this map set, and this would be the first one. This would be map 1. Now, teams can nominate any map of the 7 chosen by the MDF for this event. And I don't know why people are leaving. I don't understand what's going on right now. I believe we had a substitution. I think Dastin had to sit for an undisclosed reason, and now Poto will be coming in to play for Plexible. Press joy for it. I don't know where that came from. The use key works perfectly. The spacebar is the key to be used here. Apparently not the right server. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hold on. One team's waiting for a response from a teammate. Hopefully players are around. Oh, okay, I think I see it now. Goodness me. And in the top right corner of your screen, we do have a tally for the red and blue teams that will determine like how many maps they've won in this best of 3. So we'll be changing those numbers as the rounds get updated. And yeah, you'll get a little taste of that meaty goodness as we get into the maps themselves. We don't have custom music played over the stream. We're going to be hearing what the players hear. Provided, of course, they are listening to music, which I hope so. Authors go through some trouble to get a good tune for their map. This map is the second map in the map list, featuring a BFG platform, and there's a soul sphere over here too to control, so that will respawn every 30 seconds as well when players pick that up. Pretty wide open map, allows players some finesse. It's not a it's not about camping the spawns in a lot of these maps, so working together with your team, controlling the power-ups like the blue armor, the soul sphere, and the BFG if you consider that a power-up. But you have to be careful with the BFG 9000 because friendly fire is on. Pretty sure it's just called a coin flip. Okay, we'll run this ourselves. It's you and me, chat. We're gonna make this happen. All right. I really hope they know what maps they have to nominate. Oh, oh no, I don't know what map name that. I don't know what map number that is. Oh boy. Well, hey, you know, growing pains. We'll just fly through the map while they figure out what they actually want to nominate. I don't have the map names written down. That probably would have been a good idea if I knew that I was going to be calling the votes here. Yeah, what's a good route you could take? I mean, you do have to get up here, and this is a lift that players can trigger to get back up top here. But you do have to need a running start to get to that soul sphere. So map 3 and 4, okay. That's our first pick. It's a process to determine the maps, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, friendly fire is on, so might be a good idea to grab the blue armor, you know, if you were playing with a very trigger-happy player. Shields you from 50% damage reduction. They picked map 4 then, right? Okay. The timer? The timer is a... there's a 7-minute time limit on every map. So, if a team does not get to 50 frags within 7 minutes, the round will end and that will be the final score. This is map 3, which is named appropriately 3D Tree Tempest. Features a megasphere in the middle here that you can jump to. The normal method was to jump off this, glide off this platform, catch this side here, and then make your way to the middle for the megasphere. But with jumping on, players have a couple more options to get to it, making it a hotly contested place in the middle of the map. Alright, so we got 4-2. That's the first two maps. Map 2 was the map we just came from, so we'll be seeing that in the second round. Give you a little bit more of a tour of map 3. Pretty much in a hollowed out forest. Green armor there. I'm actually not sure if there's a blue armor in the map. I don't think so. I don't remember seeing it. This is a lift for the BFG here. So that's going to be another spot. You can't just hang out in the middle here to control the Mega. So, but with the BFG nearby, probably this area right here is going to be pretty hotly contested. Another green armor here. A lot of good routes for a team to take. Nothing set in stone, a pretty open layout. And there's a rocket launcher here in this tree. More ammo on the ground here and another green armor. So I've counted 3 green armors so far on this map. And green armor, as many players know, is 1/3 damage reduction. If you're new to Doom, green armor helps you, but it won't shield you from a full super shotgun blast. Not entirely, anyways. Oh, I was wrong then. Okay. So the second map is first map, which we saw early on while we were waiting for maps to get picked. Now they nominate map 5 and 6, and then it'll be up to Team Plex to veto one of those 2 maps, and we'll be on our way. We'll have our 3 maps for this best of 3. Thanks to everybody for being patient while we get the rules established, teams in a server. And they vetoed 5, which makes me happy because map 6 is the Cyber Demon map. So if we see that third map, if we get a team that wins 4, the other team wins map 1, we'll be going to the map with the Cyber Demon wildcard, roaming around firing rockets at everybody. Pretty excited to see that. I wonder how many kills the Cyber Demon will rack up during a live broadcast. That should be fun to see. I'm messing with them. I don't think the Cyber Demon has infinite health, but you can kill the Cyber Demon. I don't think the health value has been changed, but the Cyber Demon will respawn like many of the power-ups do. You can't get rid of him forever. Alright, so we have... The maps are... 4... Confirming that the maps are what I think they are, and I think we'll just get right into it. If you're just joining us, we have multiple commands that are available for the bot to give you information. Exclamation mark, MDF, prize, or bracket will give you more information about Take the Crown, a 2v2 team deathmatch tournament sponsored by KingDime, featuring a prize pool of over $1,000 and climbing. I haven't heard word from the administration, so I think that we'll be getting into round 1 here soon. We might as well just call vote and just rock it. I'm like obsessed with seeing map 1 apparently. I keep thinking it's map 1 first, but it's not. It's map 4. Both your vote binds are for no? Guys, come on. Get it together. We're a professional organization. Alright. And I think we're starting? Do teams have to ready up? I think teams might have to ready up. But we'll be watching Steve88 and Blue Pineapple on the blue team against Poto and Ninja Dog on the red team. This will be the first match of the group stage that we'll be broadcasting here. And teams will be readying up, indicating by their names turning green, which will be the game's way of deciding that, hey, teams are ready, let's get going. And there's KingDime. Hello, KingDime. We're getting underway with this one here soon, I believe.
Hello there, everyone. Sorry for some of the delays, but we're going to have some Doom very soon. Learn some lessons for next time.
I'm gonna boost your volume there for a second. What's up, Dime? How are you today on this lovely Saturday?
Oh, I'm doing great. Had to wake my butt up and start organizing right away. You always think everything is going to be so simplistic when you're starting it, and then, you know, everything gets out of control, right?
Yeah, with the rule set, you have to determine what servers players are going to be playing on. And I don't think the client auto restarts the server when all players are ready in Team Deathmatch. So we'll call for a restart, and then we'll get this round underway. This will be the first map of the best of 3. It'll be map 4. So thanks for everybody's patience as we get into it. 7 minutes on the clock. We were starting off watching Poto grabbing a super shotgun and going to town with the first frag on the map, first blood for the red team. And took a little bit of team damage there. Friendly fire is on, so you gotta be careful.
Absolutely, with friendly fire, that's going to be a big deal coming into Saturday and Sunday, because if you're not coordinated or you haven't had the practice and you just keep taking out your teammate, well, you're just helping the opponent.
And that is correct. Mouse look is enabled. Jumping is enabled. There's a 3-second forced respawn. There's friendly fire on. Weapon pickup preference is on. So it's a very new school rules tournament in terms of how Doom is structured. A lot of options for players to play comfortably, but make sure to hold your fire. Poto grabbing that soul sphere, that gives you an extra 100 health, bringing him to 153. We'll switch off him to Steve88, who has green armor. That green armor gives you 1/3 damage reduction. And looks like Blue's struggling a little bit with no frags on the map, but 17 for red. But there's always time to come back. I mean, only 1 minute has elapsed. Frag limit is 50. So if things continue on the track that they are, we might be seeing a 2.5 minute game. Oh no, Dime, what would you expect Team Plex on red to be a favorite in this tournament?
Well, we were, I was honestly looking at there for a second at the scores, I'm going to be honest, because I kept seeing 0, so I was like afraid maybe it didn't work, but since Blue is like finally going up, okay, it's just red kicking butt. But like, just seeing like at the start with it being Dastin and then swapping to Poto, it's just Ninja Dog, and like either of those two players, now it's Poto, is incredible. I think they're going to be one of the major contenders.
I would agree. We saw Team Plex in the QuakeCon tournament as well, and they played exceptionally well, even if they did not make it to the final round. They were a monumental team in the days leading up to it. Players have respectable skill, and they're definitely showing their stuff here in this 2v2 team deathmatch tournament.
Yeah, I think Steve and Blue Pineapple are going to have to do anything they can just to try to get frags on the board, but it's just incredible, because you always think that Doom, you only have X amount of health, so that each team are going to get, you know, like a number of frags, but like red is just purely dominating at this point.
And they're already at the 40 frag mark, so, you know, 3 minutes have passed on the clock. We're not even at the halfway point as far as time limit goes, and they will be closing out round 1 here shortly. But this will not be the only round that Team Blue will have. It's a round-robin style format, so they will be having, I believe, 3 more matches to prove that they can qualify.
Yeah, they'll have more than enough opportunity, but like as far as a tournament is, when you have a game like this, you got to go back to the drawing board and, you know, keep your mental state up.
Yeah, for sure. You have a rough opening game, but you got to bring the reins back in. And that'll be it for the first round. 50-8 in favor of Team Plex. But that's not even it for this round. We still have map 1 and then map 6. If Blue takes it, takes the next round, we'll be going to map 6 to best of 3, so may very well see a 2-0. And that score count is updated in the top right of your screen. And welcome on in, Bite, Cypher, Yellowtail. Good to see you. Teams will be call voting for map 1 here shortly, but I think I'm going to lower the sound volume a little bit.
Okay, swapping off the round 1. I really do hope we do see this one in some later rounds. As far as just looking at the 7 maps that we've put forward for this tournament, this one here kind of interested me the most, just as far as what you could do, special tactics plays, and
yeah, absolutely, and we can't see it right now, but there is a Mega Sphere that spawns out here, and there's a BFG way up on a lift out here. So the map is there's not a whole lot of line of sight here in Blockland.
Oh no, just players that are going to be, you know, taking cover and coming out of nowhere, and just with the sound properties of Doom, like you're not hearing, you know, like in Quake, somebody going hup 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 24/7. So having that audio distinction is not quite the same in our old school game.
That's right, the technology wasn't even there to have footsteps. Imagine that.
Oh boy.
But in the with the release of the Doom source code, source ports have been able to add a lot of functionality, including, you know, custom HUD, like allowing a lot more feasible options for custom maps. A lot of the product you see is not, you know, didn't come shipped with the game in 1993, 1994 with Doom 2. It was the product of the community, the passion of mappers and players alike. So now we have a scoreboard, now we got team colors, all kinds of stuff we take for granted in modern games.
Are they figuring out how to change the map?
I don't understand.
We're gonna have to confirm that.
Yeah, I should probably make sure that's happening.
I get this biased representation from some other tournaments, so it's always funny how different communities react when you get into these scenarios. It's like, oh, you got to change the map. There's a second game. What are we doing?
Yeah, it's, you know, and with community organizations too, there's always a lesson to be learned somewhere along the line. Like, hey, you know, maybe we should have like a whole list of commands here laid out for everybody new to the source port, because even the difference between the source ports, Otomex, C-Daemon, and Xandronum, there can be some differences, but we're into round 2 now, and unfortunately Blue started off with -1.
Oh no.
But, you know, there's time to come back from that. This map is a little bit more classic in how it flows in terms of deathmatch maps. It's a little bit more boxed in. There's less alternative routes to pick, and oftentimes you do have to power your way through an opponent, in which case Steve has an opponent directly behind him, searching for him, and Poto does get that frag. We'll be switching over to Ninja Dog to watch Team Red establish an early lead, 10-2.
Poto nearly... Oh, Poto takes out his teammate Ninja Dog. Gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, Friendly Fire adds a lot of flavor to Team Deathmatch, where normally, I mean, until recently, Friendly Fire was not considered a viable option. So it's relatively new in the Doom community in terms of multiplayer mayhem. Yeah, watch out for your teammates. So a lot of players who got used to just pulling the trigger and letting the engine sort it out if it was an enemy or a friend, now they have to recognize that, is this an enemy or is this my friend who I just gunned down?
Yeah, I respect what Steven Pineapple did there in just grouping up and taking out Poto and Ninja from both directions. At least we're seeing them put up more of a fight here on map 2. Already getting to the 10 mark.
Yeah, 17-10. I mean, 7 frags is not a large margin in a 2v2 by any stretch of the imagination. So there's definitely a lot of room for them to turn the tide on Team Plex. And Steve with the plasma gun. See what he does with it.
trying to go in for the 5-0. And then Poto goes and steals away their opportunity. But small leads, as far as map 1, I'm assuming right off the bat, is going to be trickier to come back from, just because there's kind of a lack of like major items on map 1 compared to the previous that we watched.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, the Soul Sphere being kind of in a closed-in area makes it easier to control, even though they were able to get that and a green armor relatively uncontested. It is still a fairly large map. It's not a closed-in arena like, you know, a lot of the Dwango 5 maps or what have you. So we'll be seeing a lot of teams grouping up together to take command of those areas that otherwise they might be vulnerable as a single person. And currently we'll be looking at 29-10 in the second round. If things continue as they are, Flex will be moving on to their next match with a victory in the group stage. It's a round-robin format, so one match doesn't mean the world to the losing team, but they're definitely going to have a better taste for the maps and go into the next match a little bit more prepared mentally.
Yeah, and Steven Pineapple may be looking toward just getting wins to get into the final bracket on Sunday, because just a reminder, there's going to be 8 teams that qualify to get knocked out, but these top teams, which we're thinking Poto and Ninja Dog off the bat, they're going to be looking towards seeding. Getting straight to the semis if they can with an easy matchup tomorrow.
I think that's very plausible for a team like Poto and Ninja Dog, who, if you've been following the events of QuakeCon tournament, the World Doom League that have been broadcast here on this channel, they're powerful names. There's a lot of heavy hitters in this tournament. Over $1,000 in the prize pool, so it brought out a lot of the old players, a lot of players who've been playing for a long time, like to roll out of bed and like, I guess I'll play in this.
Red's doing an incredible job of controlling the weapons from Blue, but finally Blue gets a chance to turn it around. But yeah, that's like a major controlling point on map 1 is almost weapons over power-ups.
Yeah, a lot of spawns you get a single barrel shotgun or a chain gun, and controlling the super shotgun has always been a strategy in Classic Doom due to its power and its utility. Despite its limited range, it does a great amount of work, and that'll be it for round 2. That'll be it for this match. 50-17. Plex will win their first group game.
Yeah, props to Poto and Ninja Dog, looking very strong off the bat. Blue Pineapple and Seek, let's take a quick look. Do they have a match right away in round 2? Round 2, Poto and Ninja Dog, they're going to be coming up against Dante and Cypher, whereas Steve and Blue Pineapple, they get a break in round 2.
All right, that's good. You know, get a little bit of a breather. They get to sit together and kind of strategize, like, hey, what did we do wrong? What can we do together? What kind of maps would suit us more than, say, map 4, which did not go very well for them. So that might be a map that them as a team may not be favorable for. They might, even if another team nominates map 4, they can choose to veto that and just not nominate that themselves. So there are options for teams to handle maps that they just aren't favorable on, which lends itself to a very dynamic setup for a lot of the group stage and even for the double elimination bracket, because that same nomination and veto system will be in effect tomorrow, correct?
Yes.
So we might as well actually just kind of sit here. Are Cypher and Dante available?
I will take a look for you. It looks like Slacking Off has taken a victory in the other group, which includes Looper and Herbivore. And if you spend any time sort of around the speedrunning scene, we've been very interested in seeing how Slacking Off does, because Looper is known as a Doom 2 champion for UV speed and insane just mechanically, but like, what can he bring to the table in multiplayer?
And, oh, I got word that apparently there's a match between R and SK, so you know what? Let's actually come servers here. Get right into that. That'll be... get in on round 1 of that one. Oh, I see it. And it looks like they're actually starting off on the map that we were just looking at, map 2. And Ross King, as we get in, mows down Nexus twice with the BFG. I mean, they're up 9-0, but he just mulches his teammate with friendly fire on. So you gotta be careful with that. If Xerc with some plasma work, Ross King being able to definitely avoid that plasma stream and close the gap with a super shotgun. Use the BFG to limited effectiveness, dodges some rocket work from someone named Nate. And that blue armor, that 50% damage reduction is key. A great item to control in every sense of the word.
I'm just trying to find the server Xenaero while doing a little admin work on the side.
Oh, you're fine. One thing I like about Doom Explorer, and I'll shamelessly plug it, is that there's an option to filter servers. Do a check mark and type in a name, and it filters all those servers to the top, so I'm able to quickly refresh those. Which, you know, you want to spectate, by all means. Those servers are available for people to join and watch. But right now we're looking at 20-1 in the first round between R and SK. Which, you know, we saw a gap like that in the first match between the last two teams that we watched in the group stage. But, you know, and to a degree, the same kind of discrepancy. Nexus and Ross King are established competitive players. And the team making up Team Blue, they're newer to the scene, but that doesn't mean they can't do some damage. Watching Xerc right now with a great rocket around the corner, but I believe his opponent has that blue armor, so he was able to tank that rocket to the face, and Nexus sealing the kill, bringing it to 25-2.
He's sealing the kill and grabbing the blue armor, which is just gives him a large defensive tool, especially off spawn.
And that super shotgun doing incredible work, being able to control the weapon and the power-ups. It puts the other team in a pretty rough spot, even if they are able to chip him down and get a frag for themselves.
I find it hilarious that Nate has to pretty much shorten his name because it's too long.
Yeah, there is not often we run into the character limit, but
yeah. Xerc and Nate getting hemmed into the corner there, but Xerc on spawn, picking up a green armor. But Nexus and Ross King don't really care. Just going frag for frag for frag.
yeah, they're able to muscle out the other team, at least on this map. It's the first round, so you don't know what the next map will bring. But right now, it's looking a little rough for Team SK. We haven't seen anything hit the time limit yet, but even with a lopsided match, the time limit is a factor. I mean, we only have 2.5 minutes left on the clock, so a more conservative match, we would definitely see that 7-minute time limit take effect. Good rocket from Xerc on Nexus, but gets spawn frag from Ross King. They're able to control the middle of the map, they're able to control the power-ups, and just chase their opponents down as they look for a better weapon, a better power-up. No advantage given.
Nexus and Ross King they're really keeping on top of these items though, like they haven't been missing any.
Yeah, with time and experience, experienced players like Ross King and Nexus are able to time the power-up respawn, be able to communicate effectively over voice, for example. Very heavily encouraged to be in a voice channel with your teammate so that you can call out different things. And we'll be getting into round 2 very quickly here, which is fantastic to see. Map 5. I just don't remember off the top of my head what map that. Oh, it's the box map.
The box map, yes. Our very first opportunity to see the box map, and I hope there's, you know, special jumps and rocket jumps that are getting pulled out. And maybe Ross King and Nexus seeing their advantage of pretty much 50-5 in round 1, they'll take some risks and try out some things.
Yeah, I mean, the group stage is meant for that. It's not an elimination bracket. You get a couple attempts to qualify for tomorrow's double elimination bracket. Get used to the maps, get used to your synergy with your teammate, and just go for it. I guess they're playing, right? Are they going to call it again, or are they just going for it?
Looks like they're going for it. WDL style, right?
Yeah, just right off restart. Go for it. Yeah, the button on that switch will lower the BFG platform, while it requires a bit of a tricky jump or that lift to get to the...
Rosking gets the kill and... Oh!
Missed the Mega! Mutates!
Fell into the
Oh my goodness. But yeah, this map, very, very aptly titled Cube Fella, is another map from legendary multiplayer mapper Rot King, who also authored a map set with co-author Ralphus that is included in the official Bethesda port for Doom. A single-player map set called Double Impact. So Rot King is very experienced in making not only multiplayer maps but single-player maps, and we love to feature a new map set for a tournament like this.
So we're getting a lot of fighting around the middle here. No one's really been able to pick up that Megasphere.
I get some third-person view here. Team members tripping up over each other and dropping down to that bottom level. Rocket launcher in the corner can help greatly, but the weapon of choice really always will be the super shotgun, just due to its versatility and its power. This Mega, you can jump to it. Have we seen it? I haven't seen anyone do it yet, but it is possible to jump to that Megasphere. I'm pretty eager to see that happen. We're watching Nexus 6, who is putting in some work for his team, with Rosking and Nexus both tied at 12 frags apiece.
We saw a blue team member go for the jump, but they fell into the nukage too, so we have, we'll say nukage 2-0 to the players.
Yeah, the nukage is 2-0. We saw it.
Oh, sorry.
What's up?
I was going to say we need to do a count not only of our buddy, but the nukage, and see who is higher by the end of the tournament.
Oh, jeez. Are we going to... Okay. We can keep a tally of that. I can keep a tally of that. 33-7 in round 2. I mean... it looks like... Rosting actually trying to do a rocket jump up to the Mega, but it's going to require more health than that, first of all. Second of all, you gotta get the angle right. It seems to be maybe a rocket jump he's practiced before this tournament. Keeps trying it in that nook there. Oh, yep, there it is. And he grabs it. That Mega will bring him to 200-200. That's a nice little technique. At least if you're not interrupted, you're pretty vulnerable while you're rocket jumping.
Yeah, Rosking now barely needs the characters bulldozering into the enemies. There, finds Bitzer. Hey, where's Nate?
Yeah, the name of the game is trying to find as many people as in as short a time as possible. Maximize that buff you have from the blue armor. And they only need 4 more frags while...
Oh, Rosking kills Nexus with the SSG.
Yeah, that trigger finger might hurt in a game that's a little bit closer, but right now they can afford to drop each other 6 feet under.
Rosking cutting off Nate, and 1 more kill. There we go, match complete. Red team takes it 2-0.
And they'll be done with their group match. I see Looper in here already, so I'm not sure if they're using this server or not.
Yeah, we'll double check on that one. Okay.
A good showing from Team R. There's a Cyber Demon already going ham. I love it. But it looks like Looper disconnected, and Do in the chat also said that we're going to be looking at the game starting here in a second, so we'll hop over to that server as soon as I figure out where that is. Y'all get to stare at the blank screen. That's right, that's what you all get. I don't see Looper anywhere. So we'll switch over to that as it's at DE. Oh. Oh, Plex is playing them. Okay. All right. Okay.
What's the server name, Xenaero?
It's the Demon Crusher, official server A.
Okay. Let's grab a new list, go check that out. It's getting some glitchy behavior earlier with it. It felt like the player count was updating properly in Otomex, but I think on the other hand, it could be just jumping through Discord to Otomex, trying to get in servers, and just be...
It's just mayhem out there. It's the Wild West. We haven't progressed nearly as much as we like to think sometimes. Juggling applications, windows. I need 4 more monitors, I swear.
Yeah. We'll just make the excuse. It's all grassroots, right? It's not all the big corporations, so... Yeah. It's all about the community, eh?
Absolutely. I mean, every aspect of this is all based on the community. Let's see. Alright, we're getting off on round 1 on Cube Fella. We seem to have this trend going of the last map we saw becomes the first map of the next set.
Yeah, twice in a row. Every time you see someone who's like really into Minecraft, they basically say that Doom looks like that. So now we've just combined everything with the Cube map.
Why not? Caution, sharp edges. Anyways, the first round is underway between Plex and Bomph. Cypher and Dante against Poto and Ninja Dog. We saw Poto and Ninja Dog perform highly previously today, but now they're up. They're sizing up against another heavy hitter team, and there's no clear lead yet. 7-4, might as well be dead even in a team deathmatch format. Currently watching Cypher trying to gain the high ground. Anakin.
There we go. We got a tie 7-7. Poto sitting on the low ground and shooting up with the SSG to confirm a kill.
I'll try not to switch too often to give you guys, a case of whiplash, but we'll be swapping perspectives as the match carries on and teams pull ahead. Poto did land that first boomstick shot. The single barrel shotgun can kill in one shot, but it is rare. It can definitely do upwards of 90 damage though, so it makes it a very viable starting weapon. As well as the chain gun, if you're able to track, it can do some damage very quickly. A lot of action is happening on that corridor where the plasma gun is, but I haven't seen any teams jump up to grab it.
The plasma gun it takes a long time to get all the way around and get it, and there's a few constricting corridors, but just, I guess the time lost getting there, teams aren't confident picking that up yet, or just don't see the use of it.
Yeah, I mean, teams are only separated by 3 frags, but Plex has a slight advantage, and in fact, Cypher ended up nuking down Dante. Friendly fire, boys.
Yeah, it pops Dante in the butt with a rocket.
And Poto with a couple good spawn frags there, increasing the lead from a marginal few points to now having a lead of 10.
Yeah, and the control is, like, it's a big deal. Just that, like, a lot of spawns that you'll see in this entire map list is, very few of them will really just give you an SSG off every spawn.
Yeah, typically the typical theme with this map pack, known as Rot Zone, you won't be spawning with a super shotgun. You have to go find it. You have to control it. You have to keep an eye on it. But once you grab it, you can go for that early shot. But Ninja Dog was able to do a lot of damage at least before he went down in that one shot to Dante.
Yeah, they got both of the blue team members down, but Dante and Cypher were so low that they couldn't convert on it, and they're going to need a streak like that to get back into this game.
Ninja Dog using a combination of not only mouse look, but Auto aim is still a thing in the Doom engine, so you can have mouse look, but it does not disable auto aim. So veteran players are well aware of that fact and using a combination of the two, knowing that aligning it horizontally helps a great deal, but mainly aiming vertically can offer some advantages. It's really a mixture of comfort and knowledge of the game engine. But right now, it's not helping Dante and Cypher too much. Plex pulling ahead, 39-28. 10 frags left in the first round.
10 frags, but we'll have more to go after this. Ninja Dog picks up the SSG, getting into a firefight, and loses to Cypher. Oh, we got Red on the top. Will they get the Megasphere?
Ooh, is somebody going to grab it? Oh, I think Dante tried to go for it and ended up falling into nukage.
Gave it a try. Has some fear of heights. Didn't make it.
Hey, you know, just gotta be sure-footed when it comes to grabbing a Megasphere. A lot of chain gun action near the rocket launcher.
Well, if all of your, diving boards were straight above, like, vats of acid, would, I think I'd be a little nervous.
Hey, I think they trained for that in the UAC. And the gap is narrowed to a margin of 5, so there's definitely room for Team Red to come back.
Yeah, both teams tightening up and playing very passive, but Red kind of gets the flank on Blue. Takes them both out.
We're watching our current underdogs in the first round of this group stage match. Less than 2 minutes left, but I think we'll hit the frag limit first.
Oh, Dante and Cypher bringing it back for a tie, but Poto.
Great work from Cypher. That blue armor helped at least for that kill. Helped him shoulder those blasts, but 2 frags left for Team Blue. 4 frags remain for Red. But it's anyone's game. You're able to line up your shots, hold that fire until you're sure you got a kill. You can turn the tide.
Yeah, beautiful support there by Ninja Dog on that kill. They just need one more.
Dante in the nukage again. But just off by a hair, and that's all it takes for 50-47 in favor of Team Blue. Flex taking the first round, so we definitely have a match on our hands.
Yeah, we could see this one go to 3, but let's see what we have for map 2. Oh, did they pick the... Nope, they didn't. I'm disappointed, Zen.
They did not pick the Cyber Demon map.
They did not pick the Cyber Demon. They do not
anytime you
trust
see...
it to be the third teammate.
If you see call vote for map 6 up at the top there, it'll be, it's going to be fun times. Cyber Demon is the wild card in that map. Something to note. A lot of us who've seen a lot of Team Deathmatch, CTF, whatever, if we get a wild card like that, we get excited.
Yes. With the map pick system that we have decided for this tournament, the one downside is I do believe you could permanently veto that map from start to finish, but somebody's going to be cool. Somebody will be cool.
Yeah, it's not a map pick system, it's a map veto system. So the other team does have power in what ends up getting selected, which is an interesting take on what normally would have been either a straight-up map list that all teams would have to conform to, or a pick ban system. You know, we tried something new with a lot of different events at the Multiplayer Doom Federation. Cypher grabbing that Soul Sphere drop down, which, coincidentally, you're pretty vulnerable while trying to get that extra health, so make sure you're clear before you go for it. Although you don't have to drop down, you can jump from those stairs up to that Soul Sphere.
Yes, you can. And Cypher picking it up, though, missed both of his SSGs, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, you still have to hit your shots at the end of the day. I mean, you can have all the health in the world, but if you're not hitting your shots, come on.
Aiming, what is that?
We had a comment about, there's shakiness in people's aim. A lot of players play with higher sensitivity in Doom, and often rely on very minute wrist aiming. Just how a lot of players have shaped up. I mean, you'll see it in modern games too, but Doom, there's a lot of high sensitivity players.
Seen a big swing in the frags with Red picking up 4 or 5, but Blue's finally stabilized.
And that jump over, they're not even using the lift to get up to the blue armor. They're jumping straight across to it. There's merit in grabbing it, even if you know you're being pursued and you might drop. That denies that pickup for the other team. Smart strategy, as teams are now tied 20-20. And you know, as soon as we call out the score, it changes. But both teams trading blows very effectively. And currently, I mean, 3 players are tied with 12 frags apiece.
Yeah, we haven't yet seen a player pick up both power-ups at once, but Dante getting the Mega Armor, going around towards the Soul Sphere, but his teammate Cypher picks it up, so we got a 2 for 2 for red.
Be switching over to give Plex some love, watching Poto of the blue team. Working that shotgun, a couple of solid hits, at least drops health tremendously for the enemy player, but ends up falling himself. There is a war of attrition in the map, even if health and armor does respawn, it can at least force them away from an area of control, so there's a lot of minute strategy that's involved as tactics unfold throughout the map.
And though the middle area looks dangerous, almost maybe looks a little like the nukage on the cube map, it deals no damage to the players.
Yeah, it's one of those Doom oddities where sometimes an aesthetic choice does not lead to functionality.
Yeah, maybe Rock King got a guest mapper for this one, grab one of the Kasalis. They don't really know anything about nukage. So.
Yeah, everyone knows that when you see any green tinge flat, it must melt your toes off. It has to. I think Rock just said it'll be sewer water or something. Who knows what. But 39-36 in the second round. If they maintain this lead all the way to the end, then they'll take this group game 2-0.
And I believe they'd be ecstatic to come out with a win against Dante and Cypher. They're another team that is on our radar, and really interested to see what they'll be doing Saturday coming in Sunday.
Yeah, and teams don't even have to really fully tip their hand on what maps they really want to prefer or what strategies they want to use. You know, they don't have to like really go for it. At least not super serious until tomorrow. A lot of this good strategy is to, hey, you know, we want to feel out teams. We want to know who the chief opponents are going to be, how they play. So for all we know, there could be teams kind of not necessarily phoning it in, but not really tipping their hand fully.
Fantastic rocket there at the end by blue. Props to Plex for taking this one out 2-0. Felt like they had some really good power-up control towards the end, and yeah, they're just getting some minor advantages in the firefights. So they're up 2-1 or 2-0, and Dante and Cypher, they're 1-1 now.
Yeah, that'll be it for the time being, at least for that game. But we'll be waiting for the next match, which I'm sure we'll get word from the administration, or we'll just start looking around.
Yeah, I don't know, our streamers like adventures, you just have to constantly look for the next match, but like all the matches are like wildlife, can't find anything.
I mean, I was gonna take a different approach to that. I'm just saying we're looking for our next hit, our next high. But you know, hey, it is what it is. Currently the prize pool sits at a cozy $1,015. If anyone in chat is interested, !prize, and that'll give you an overview of it. Any subs, bits, or donations made through the channel while the event is active will be added to that prize pool and distributed amongst the teams at the end of the event tomorrow, which will be a double elimination bracket. And Duke said R versus SO already finished their first map. We'll hop in while that's going on.
Okay, while you hop in, I'll be setting up a few things for the next round.
Oh, there we go. I finally captured. I was getting a little worried there. These older games, man, you never know. Oh, R is ahead. They won map 2, 50-35. So let's go ahead and do that. Switch it to give them a point on the board. This would be the second map. And Looper and Herbivore currently in command by a factor of 2 frags. No soul up. Herbie drops down into the jaws of the blue team, but they get a pretty decent spawn. Looper even actually takes out Herbivore, unfortunately, dropping them down 1 point, while Rocket Fire drops them down another point, taking away any credit they may have had there. You have to be careful with rockets in these tight corridors. Friendly fire is enabled, and it's not reduced by any percentage. It's full damage. But they've reestablished leads. We got 10-9. But it really is anyone's game unless you have a lead of 10 or more. Things move so quickly here. Nex is doing great work there. Going on quite a spree as players come around the corner. And learning to hold his fire against his teammate, even though he does line him up. Switching over to Ross King from Team R. A veteran player looking to contest that Soul Sphere, or at least get intel. Dropping those 2 players with grazing shots means that they did not pick up the Soul Sphere, and they might even be timing it themselves. Moving in to see if Nexus actually picked it up. He did. He now has 190 health. Both members of Team R moving as a unit, combining their firepower and trying to control the spawns. A miss from Nexus let Ross King down, and they were able to turn that set of single barrel shotgun spawns against them. Can't underestimate the accuracy of a player with a weapon that can do a tight grouping of buckshot. $22-20, so I mean, again, unless you have a margin of 10 or more, it can swing. Especially considering you could be near a spawn. If you're on top of your game, if you got the aim lined up, you can make a lot happen. Ross King taking that teleporter that leads up to the top. That soul is up. They're timing it accurately. Team Red has to be able to contest power-ups like that if their opponent is timing the sphere. Or it will simply turn into a war of attrition. And neither team has been able to find each other. Looper running into both members of Team R, however, though, 3 health and a dream, not enough. Team R pulling ahead by a margin greater than what we've seen so far. Under 3 minutes remain. We might be seeing a victory by time limit here. A lot of whiffs in that hallway, but Team R cleaning up. Now they're up by 10. So we were talking about that margin. 2 minutes left, and they're trying to control that sphere. Ross King being a little early, taking a little bit of damage from the nuke from the lava there, but at the end of the day, he was able to secure the sphere, which denied it to the other team. When you're down, you want power-up control. You need that extra utility. They're establishing a commanding lead of 12 frags, now 13. Herbivore and Looper doing a great job of staying in the game, but at this point, they're going to need to start turning the tide. They're going to need to take the game to Team R. And if you're just joining us, welcome to Take the Crown 2v2 Team Deathmatch organized competition, where we have the group stage today, and then after the group stage is done, tomorrow we'll have the final team double elimination bracket that will determine who goes home with the crown and a hefty prize pool.
Prize of the money so they can spend it on some League of Legends tokens or whatever players do these days. I don't know. Well, often we hear players go to the grocery store, or they, go mid-tournament to a grocery store.
Mid-tournament to the grocery store. Hold on. Gotta get me a value pack of ramen noodles.
Okay, we got Red, who blocked Blue off into a corner, and Herbivore's looking at that plasma rifle, and then turns right around at 20 HP. I think that was a good decision.
Yeah, it's, you know, lava hurts. In fact, they were able to stage a bit of a momentary comeback, but 5 frags remain until we hit that magic number of 50, and Blue is in a pretty commanding lead so far. 20 seconds left in this round. And it's all but assured that Team R is going to go home 2-0 with this this group stage win.
At 49 to 37, it'd have to be a hell of a comeback. But yeah, great job to Nexus and Rosking. Honestly, Nexus with 34 frags. Wow.
Yeah, it's a great player. We saw him make his rookie debut in the World Doom League this season and played a phenomenal frag-heavy game. So to see him put up those kind of numbers, that's not too surprising.
Okay, we got Bones saying GE versus PM New York Server C.
Okay, we are switching over.
Okay. I'm being a bad co-caster, taking a minute for water.
Oh, just gotta hydrate, brother. I actually need to do the same thing at some point.
That's why in all the big pro leagues they have three casters, so you can take breaks.
Oh, 3. What a luxury. Jeez, we don't even get paid. Ridiculous. All right, let's see. What'd I say?
You get
New
paid
York
in
C?
love and slight advertisement money.
But slight advertising money. That's fine.
The 4 out of the 35 in the chat who don't have an ad blocker.
Hell yeah. All right. We go. There's game sound. There's... What happened? Oh, they're going to be doing map picks now, I believe. Blue Pineapple wants us to convey that they're about to kick some major ass against Devastation and Hate Daddy now. That's a tough team to go up against, but we've seen upsets happen before. They did call tails. They were I think by now teams are a little bit more experienced with the map veto system, so we'll be watching them do it in real time. Maps 5 and 6 were just nominated. And a reminder to everybody at home, map 6 is the map with the Cyber Demon on it, so... They vetoed 5. We'll be seeing the Cyber Demon finally come out to play.
We actually have map 6?
Yeah, map 6 will be the first map in this set.
Yes. Team High Saibi has entered the field.
Right? Who's going to get... Who? What if the Cyber Demon gets 50 kills?
I guess both other teams get a loss.
That would be amazing. Cyber Demon in the grand finals? Here?
Let's give him the crown.
Alright. 3 and 10 were nominated. 10 was vetoed. So, map 3 will be the second round map. And then it'll swing right back to PM to nominate 2 more maps for the third round. And a reminder that maps that are vetoed get put back into pools, so you can nominate one map forever if you want.
That's where you're just annoying, you know, your friend. Pick this map. No. And again. No.
Well, if we were talking ye olde days where we only had like 5 dual maps to pick from, we all know how that would shape up.
Same 5 for 30 years of gameplay. Mm-hmm.
And reminding players that they can renominate maps that were vetoed and not picked.
Requires complex mathematical formulas to figure out our map pick system. So we got Devastation here. He's, what, 2K rated chess player? Even he's confused.
Ugh.
He's just sitting there, not even moving.
What's that rating good for, anyways? Come on. Alright, 6-3-1. At least Dev shaped it up for us, so I didn't have to open a console again.
Trigonometry, calculus,
oh wait,
mathematics, what? And then maybe you can choose
look,
your map.
See, I had to open it anyways because Dev isn't even correct. Incredible. Here at the stream, we're all confused. We're just trying to make it happen, man. Alright, so... yeah, he vetoed 1. Okay. So the third map is 5. They're tied. The 14,000 question marks. Goodness me.
At least we can appreciate the map while we're holding out here. Rock King really did a fantastic job with this, and it's just fun to see players have to, you know, contend with, yeah, just something completely new. They had some time before the tournament to go practice with their partner, and yeah, Rock King stuck a Cyber Demon on there. Why? Because he could.
Dev, oh, and there's the first kill from the Cyber Demon on Blue Pineapple. Gotta watch out for those rockets. Oh, shit!
He gets another one.
Oh, the Cyber Demon's going ham, dude. I love it.
What a beast.
Oh, man. Right now, GE has taken up a 4-frag lead. The Cyber Demon, I'm pretty sure, has 20 frags at this point.
They did damage with the splash though. The Cyber does a great job of covering the Mega Armor. Here we got Blue.
It's actually phenomenal. Like, these rockets coming across the arena. The Cyber Demon does not care. Even if he's aggro on one player, as soon as that player's down, he switches targets. It's fantastic. Blue Pineapple eats the rocket from the Cyber Demon.
He's gonna have nightmares after this tournament's done.
Oh, man. The Blue Pineapple mowed down a teammate. That's not going to help your chances, as taking down a teammate will reduce your team's score count by 1. It's not just a reset for them. You're down a point.
Pineapple and Hate Daddy both here fighting on the stairs, and the Cyber Demon nearly takes out the Conqueror.
Yeah, Pineapple was the victor in that particular skirmish. Hate Daddy grazing with death to grab that green armor. Was it worth it?
Hey, Daddy, you can't kill Devastation.
Ooh! Nearly caught that Cyber Demon rocket in the teeth to grab that blue armor. And wakes down to try to grab the player who grabbed the plasma, but instead gets flanked, showing the value of teamwork in this map's environment.
Hey, gotta respect a chain gun kill whenever you can see it. Devastation gets a frag for the other team. That's 2 so far.
We switched over to Dev just in time to see him just blast Hate. Fantastic.
And there's a lot of long-running rivalries in this community, so do you think some of these team kills are, you know, getting back for the past?
I think Devastation's just applying that 2000 chess rating, you know? Giving Hatred a reset across the map. No big deal. It's probably part of a big brain strategy, I'm sure. And now the Cyber Demon has his sights set on Dev, at least for the time being. Oh! Well, Cyber Demon takes one out.
Yeah, Devastation. He came, he tried, he died.
I think tomorrow's games have to all be on this map, I'm pretty sure. I think that's what the rule set said.
putting in that real change right now.
Right now, though, GE is up by over double. 28 to 12. They're looking pretty strong so far. And those who have been paying attention to prior events, Devastation and Hey Daddy, they're strong players. So them teaming up, veterans of old.
Yeah, they joined up for Last Marine Standing in QuakeCon, and even in the finals, they really did dominate. Great coordination.
They're players that have a long history of playing in team-based formats. That experience, not only with the engine, with the gameplay, with the flow, but also being able to communicate effectively. Well, Blue Pineapple was able to miss that blue armor by just a couple units and went back up to grab it, but unfortunately, it's now in the hands of Hate Daddy, who, well, just decided to high-five the Cyber Demon. Yeah, between the Cyber Demon and all the friendly fire that's happening, I think the Cyber Demon is encouraging friendly fire to a degree. Like, it's really throwing teams off their rhythm.
Yeah, everyone just seems confused. I think since there's constant rockets going too, is that some of the audio cues that you can get is just like, is that a player or the Cyber Demon?
Yeah, the audio cues are a great point to bring up. I mean, gunfire and players either maybe grabbing an item to some limited extent, but or spawn. That's the only audio cues you get, apart from combat. So with if Blue Pineapple did not get that kill on Dev was definitely getting hit by that Cyber Demon rocket. And the mayhem seems to be working out well for PM, who are able to get a couple frags while GE is distracted by the insanity that's unfolding throughout the map with the Cyber Demon. And Steve being able to grab the BFG, that might be helpful in clearing out some of the larger areas, but coming around the corner, Hatred was able to drop him.
Yeah, immediately knocked down, and Red gets 3 kills in a row, 4 in a row, just 1 more to go.
Dev tries to... Oh, jeez. I can't get enough of the Cyber Demon. Despite the interference from our favorite boss, Red takes the first round.
Yeah. It's like when you go to a friend's house and they have a dog and you just kind of ignore them for that. Just having a Cyber Demon on the map, it's like, blue team, red team, nah.
Oh, goodness. One map I haven't seen this map get picked so far, map 10.
Was it on the map list? Let's double check.
This one is, yeah. It's map 10. Right?
Yeah,
yes.
And this map here is like an extension of another dual map set called the Counter Goat Initiative, and it's like an expanded version of that for 2 versus 2, FFA, etc.
Yeah, it has been nominated, but I haven't seen a team veto the other pick yet. This map is pretty interesting. There's a BFG actually hidden in this lift, and there's a Megasphere on the outskirts of the map. Yeah, over here. Which I think you can jump to... I'm actually not sure. You can get to it from here, but I think there was a different route that we found while we were messing around with it. But
I wonder if any of the teams want to stay away from the Megasphere maps compared to like Soul Sphere plus Mega Armor, just because you have like just the one power up on the map. If the other team gets it, then you're just it's tough to fight back.
Oh, like separate the utility?
Yeah.
Maybe.
But if you think you're like a really strong team going up against someone who's like a little bit weaker, or maybe you have belief that you can control it.
Yeah, it'll be up to team coordination, which, speaking of, this map will definitely heavily rely on team coordination with how wide open and the different routes that are available to you. Hate being able to climb over, even though Blue Pineapple was waiting for it, he let 8 grabbed that Mega Sphere, which reduced damage heavily. And that will be the first Mega Sphere of the map, going to Team Red, who are in the lead 3-0. I wouldn't say winning necessarily, it's only a few frag difference. But he was able to grab the BFG as well. Not knowing that Steve just ran over the BFG right behind him and hit him in the face with it. Even if you have the Mega Sphere, taking a BFG ball to the face is
yeah, it's not even gonna matter in that case. But you have
hurtful.
to watch out for the other team because the BFG comes down, and Hate Daddy picked it up, but I don't think he realized that there was a blue member right behind them that had the same idea.
Devastation forgetting his jump button, letting that BFG slip away. And Steve currently has the Mega and a BFG 9000. He's got 1 shot left in the tank. Picks up a super shotgun. He's looking for... He didn't need to, wasn't able to take an angle to adjust the cone coming from the BFG. Take out a player, but he's got aggression in his veins. With that blue armor damage reduction and a buff to the health. That's going to help as he comes up behind. GE doesn't hit his shot. Keeps missing, and he just needs to line up those shots.
Steve gets denied by the BFG platform going right back up, and yeah, gets dragged by Red.
Really watching Blue Pineapple with some chain gun work. And this time it was Devastation missing all of his shots, proving that, hey, you know, even a veteran who's written, quote-unquote, the Doom Bible. Or whatever he called it.
The Dwango Bible?
The Dwango Bible? Dwango 316? We got jokes here. Stick around all weekend. Take the crown. Team Red up by 10.
BFG just going on a rampage, but yeah, he kind of dies.
And it's actually Devastation was dropped by Steve 88 with the BFG, so.
Oh, we had Blue Pineapple trying to do the tightrope to grab the Megasphere, but gets knocked down.
Yeah, I'm not sure any of the teams know that you can just jump up to that platform on the side. There's a raised lip on the stairs. Or at least on the side of the stairs. I don't know if I'm lagging or if they...
Hopefully not server lag, but I know the jump existed in like one of the earliest versions. But with the newest version of the map that came out...
Hatred, you gotta watch out for that BFG cone, brother. That,
Careful, buddy.
I mean, they are up by 14, but still. You get into the habit of letting team frag slide, it might cost you later on.
Yeah, not necessarily in this game, but like against the killers.
Like the custom sounds Rock King put in this map set.
Yeah, at least we have fun with our tournaments.
Currently watching Steve 88, 3 minutes left on the clock. They got 7 frags to their name. Team Blue has got to start turning the tide here. Try to control maybe one part of the map, start to strategize over maybe contesting the Megasphere. At least don't let him get away with it scot-free. Each power takes 30 seconds to respawn. It's not like some games where they have different spawn timers for different items. But it can be complex if you don't know when it was taken.
Yeah. That's where you can maybe delay for a little bit, pick up the power up later, but I don't believe we've really seen any delays so far.
Good work from Hate on using the tree to block the BFG line of sight momentarily, but edged back out to get that cone on his opponent.
And Blue Pineapple throwing out like 15 rockets there, but I think needs to take some lessons from the Cyber on the last map.
Cyber Deming's the undisputed master. I mean, when you have a rocket launcher grafted onto your arm, get real good at it.
A lifetime of learning.
I'm not sure what kind of applications you have around the house when you have a rocket launcher on your arm, but... Stay tuned for that podcast. Living with a rocket launcher.
Hate Daddy and Devastation just taking control of these spawns, yeah. Just being SSG, EFG all game long.
Yes, Devastation didn't need to live there.
Like, I'd say it's a map where you truly do need to really be paying attention to, like, the orientation of what's going on with where you spawn. Because with those big tools, like with a BFG, is trying to remember, like, what side are the shots going to be coming from the enemy team is kind of necessary. It's not like, say, the cube map where it's very, very constrictive.
Good work from Dev, dodging all the BFG from Team Blue, who ends up even dropping one of their own friends on their way out.
Teammate going back to 11.
BFG overzealous firepower. It can work against you. 46 to 11. This round is all but over. GE showing their prowess with both communications and just sheer map domination. They're definitely a team to watch.
Hate Daddy catching Blue Pineapple here on the high ground just to pick up the med kit right away, and yeah, it's over 50 to 11, 2-0. Teaser Express.
Yeah, 2-0, unfortunately, but you know, when you go up against a Titan team like Devastation and Hate Daddy, that's a tough draw, but it's something you can learn from.
Learn from some of the best that have ever played.
Hell, if you're All-Star Sports come with demo capability, so record your matches and play them back and watch what the enemy players do. Watch what the enemy team does, why they do it. It's a valuable learning tool if you want to learn competition. Even in a game as old as this, there is a good amount of nuance involved. Communication, positioning, knowing when to contest for certain stuff. All plays heavily into games against top players and top teams.
How about you take a look at the bracket here, Zen? How's
let's see.
How's it going for the groups?
You know what? We'll take a second here. In fact, I'm going to do it here in the chat too. Bring up the bracket link, and all look at it together. It's a group effort. Currently in the first group, Geezer Express GE has 4 wins under their belt, as does Plexible. Group 2, Slacking Off and The Problem also have 4 wins each. Those are going to be your top 4 teams to take a look at as we head into Sunday. Now, are there any other group games left to be played, Dime?
Group games? Well, that would just be round 3. So we're holding out for B free and round 3 B free. Have to put those 2 in order. But B free versus Plexible from group 1, and then group 2. Still waiting on Frag Titans and Team Doomers.
Oh, I see. Okay, if you're like me, and you're looking at the group stage graphic, you can actually click on the groups, and it opens up the rest of the page where you can see like what round 4 and what round 5 are all about. So that's helpful.
I think you confused the wins and the points there just for a second.
I probably did. You're right.
Yeah, no team currently has 4 wins. Otherwise, it'd already be over. But we've got maybe like an hour remaining.
Okay. So group 1, they got 3 wins. Geezer Express is 2, and Bomb has 1. But there are still 4 games left to be played. Although, except for B3's round 3 game, they're the no-show team. So that'll mean that Pandamaniacs does. I'm confused.
Gets like a free victory.
No, Plexible does. Plexible gets a victory there.
Who was supposed to be B3? SKS 23 and Dedic. I don't think Dedic showed up.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It does happen. People sign up, you know, might have something personal come up. You never know. I mean, generally, we don't have people no-show in larger events. So, it does happen, unfortunately. But we're ready for it.
Could have been early in the day. I just forgot to wake up. Which is more unfortunate in like a team environment. When you have one around but the other no-shows, then they both get affected.
Yeah, that's why next brings up a good point here. If you don't have a teammate and their team event comes up with the multiplayer Doom Federation, sign up solo. You might fill in. You might get matched with a random other person who doesn't have a preset teammate. Don't be afraid to sign up. Don't be afraid to jump in. At the very minimum, you're in there just jamming. Help other teams out with their practice, you know, do whatever.
Yeah, help out, and Doom is straight up fun. Anytime you're just hopping into a server, I don't know, it's addicting.
Doom is excellent. I mean, and we don't just do team deathmatch tournaments. We do a lot more. We do co-op, survival. There's a lot that happens with the MDF. And I think Nightbot's dead. Oh, no, it's not.
Looking for the last team here. There we go. Sigma and Kappa. Let's use them. Aha. Alright, GE versus PM. So that was the game we just casted. That was round 3. So I guess we're probably going to be going into round 4 matches. Can you see anything? Just in the Otomex serverless? I should probably post up round 4.
No, I don't see anything in the server so far, but I'm refreshing like a maniac. Oh, I love Doom Explorer. Let me look at servers for every major multiplayer port. Let me launch from single player even if I want to, and there it is. There's every sub, every donation, be it Bix or through the donation link down below the stream, that will be added to the prize pool, which means we're now up to 1,020. So thank you for that. While the event's going on, anything that happens in terms of any monetary donations to the stream,
I gotta send out respect to the donators so far, because I'm so used to with like Twitch communities. Oh, okay, well you can add to the prize pool of a tournament. Well, we're gonna put like decimal for 1.
Oh, right, yeah.
Good luck dividing that.
It's whatever. So far we've had donations from Gravy with that tier 2, and Demo starts with that tier 1. That adds $15. Or I mean, sorry. What am I thinking about happening here? I missed something. Oh yeah, no. Gravy also donated a tier 1. So now we're up to $20 even. And you know what? I'll round up that previous bit donation. So we're at 1021. Thanks to viewers like you.
Have we watched Desparrow stall all day?
Is Desparrow playing?
I think they are against Plex.
Is that happening? Let's see. Plex is group 1.
Oh, sorry, it'd be Desparrow stall versus Looper Herbivore, or if they're still round 3, Desparrow stall versus Ludwig and Jabroni Slayer.
Jabroni Slayer is such a good name.
Yeah, I know. We got The Rock. Dwayne Johnson has joined.
I see Flex in the New York C server.
Flexible, they're going to be playing Geezer Express. I feel like in a Doom tournament, all team names should just be Geezer Express. I don't know, it'd be more correct.
It would definitely be more correct. We've been playing this for way too dang long. Organizing events, playing it. When you get done playing it, when you're done winning, You graduate to what me and Dime do. We're done winning like speed runs and multiplayer events. Now we just run this stuff. We cast it. We're on to something new now.
My answer. We gotta talk about things instead of playing, dude.
I know. Instead of blowing out our tendons, we get to blow out our voices instead. That's actually the most true thing I think we've said.
Yep.
Plex versus GE. All right. General Electric.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Good energy.
Good energy. Oh my god. That's right. Great energy.
Am I automatically on the right server? Oh my god, I'm such a god.
You you never left, did you?
I did not.
Damn, that's why Dime's the king. Doesn't even have to leave.
Perfect coordination.
All right, let's see. Well, oh, I'm just. There we go. I have to reset the round count. I'm slacking, losing my mind. But again, thanks to all the players, the viewers who are hanging around, donating towards the prize pool. Super appreciate it. Sharing some of your valuable weekend time. Happy weekend. As long as there's one person watching, we'll still broadcast the events. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Which means that... Well, I would count as the one watcher, so it's going to be broadcast anyways, yeah.
You watch your own stream so you can get that the one viewer to show off in the map list.
It's like,
You're
it's
gonna
all...
go up a little higher on the Twitch.
That's all you need is one.
That's literally put into like guides, or I remember like back in the day is that, oh, you can get your one viewer by doing this.
That's ridiculous. We're going to begin the map nomination stage between Plexible and Geezer Express. What a name.
Would Dev be the oldest competitor in this tournament? Should we call him out like that? Yeah, it's Dev.
Yeah, we'll just go with Dev. That's fine.
It's probably Dev.
It's fine. Love you, Dev. Alright, so who called? Okay, so Flex called for Hegs. It came up Tails. Let's see. 1 and 4 were nominated. I'm not even keeping track of the chat, so we'll just leave the console open.
So map 1, the pretty basic one. Not the Cyber Demon map so far.
Yeah, they vetoed 1, so we'll be seeing map 4.
Oh, they vetoed 1.
Yeah. That's probably the most confusing part of this process, is that we're used to teams picking, not vetoing.
Yeah.
So we see the number where our simple Doom brains imagine next to the map we're going to be seeing, rather than not seeing.
Well, if all you out there want some hints from behind the scenes, I see Human Bones as like a creative artist. You know, he wants to paint a new picture for every tournament, so we always get some interesting rules. I almost think if we went to the QuakeCon tournament and we had Bones doing coordination with you, it'd be even crazier. And like 2 versus 2 versus 2, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, the QuakeCon tournament worked out very well. That was a very community-driven effort. That wasn't on Bethesda's main stage, but it was in the QuakeCon community channel, and that was really awesome to see. A lot of teams, a lot of players came out for that Team Last Marine Standing event, and it was absolutely fantastic to see from everybody. And great support from Demo Stars, Yellowtail, Cravey Gravy, and Cabler for all the donations coming out for the event. It's really awesome. Thank you, guys.
So for getting into the finals, me and Do, we qualified. I'm gonna ask chat, because I finally got my prizing. What'd you think I got? This is a QuakeCon tournament. What do you think from a Doom tournament that you might get for a prize? Any thoughts? Some guesses?
Yeah, I think you got a handkerchief.
Maybe with some Doom images on it. Thinking all of the action figures from like the newer games, like maybe it could be something like that, or like maybe a Steam game for, you know, something Doom related, maybe the new Doom 64. But I got Skyrim.
You got Skyrim? Hell yeah!
I got Skyrim.
Hell yeah! So we won't be seeing KingDime for the next 2 months. He's gonna be lost in the frigid mountains of northern whatever. I didn't have anything there. It's round 1 of Plex and GE, and I think a little hitch there from Ninja Dog, but it's all right. 6-4 in favor of Plex. Yeah, there's probably Doom mods for Skyrim.
Doom mods? Okay, so it is a Doom game.
I mean, technically, aren't they all Doom games?
Every mod in existence. Is Doom like an operating system now? I don't know, it's just like a base for all
Doom OS? Can you run the UAC? Does the UAC just run Doom on every computer?
Probably.
Anyway, we're underway with the first round of Plex versus GE, and you know, we're shit posting on the stream, but this game is shaping up to be pretty even so far. 16-10 in terms of in favor of Plex, which, you know, we saw GE perform very well earlier in the last couple games, and Plex is showing to be a real contender. Watching Poto right now surf through the level, grab a couple stim packs, and saw his teammate go in that alcove for the blue armor.
Yeah, it's bad news there just to give both of the power-ups to blue, but like, good job for Hate Daddy and Devastation parrying away Ninja for that. Because if there's any team that can kind of keep up the coordination and keep their heads cool, then it'd be Geezer Express. They have the experience.
And I think I just saw something interesting watching Hate Daddy. I think he turned on mouse look just to look down and see if the solar sphere was there, and then turned off mouse look again to aim. Some players prefer to not aim with mouse look and instead relying only on auto aim, so that was an interesting thing to see there. And he's keeping his aim perfectly horizontal otherwise. Nice to see Doom players kind of pick and choose what options they want to have enabled. It won't give them an inherent advantage, but it is interesting to see people's preferences.
Well, looks like Devastation is maybe doing the same thing.
We're old. We get used to aiming a certain way. We don't know how to aim up and down. Our necks are permanently broken. Plex ahead by 6 frags now.
They could be playing keyboard only too. Never know.
Like John Romero?
Yeah.
It's crazy to me that no mouse required. Still plays keyboard only. But you can do it. Nothing's stopping you.
Okay, we got our power-ups here on the field. And Poto and Ninja Dog are together, really taking advantage of grouping up.
Yeah, rolling together as a group, we've seen how advantageous that can be for your team. And how much of a hard spot that can put you in against. Like, if 2 players show up, even with a super shotgun, you have to hit both your shots clean and hope they don't drop you, and then take control of that part of the map. So there's a lot of value, a lot of merit in a 2v2 of you rolling together, coordinating. And Plex establishing control throughout the match, 37-29. 3 minutes left, but both teams pretty much W-keying together.
Yeah, and, you know, it's, unless you're very close to the enemy, it's, you won't always confirm like that one-shot SSG, so having both teammates together where you kind of get 2 mid-range shots, then that can really be powerful against a single or even 2 opponents.
Ninja Dog with that blue armor, rolling with his teammate. Although he drops, he takes the shot for him, so Ninja Dog still has that blue armor and trades effectively with his teammate. Jumps across the gap. Oh, and then Photo wanders in front of that super shotgun blast, but they're still cleaning up. Ninja Dog dropping to grab that soul sphere. He still has that damage reduction. And we just heard that blue armor respawn. He jumps across, grabs it, and he's refreshed. That kind of power-up dominance is what is going to be a deciding factor between two strong teams like Plexible and Geezer Express.
Yeah, and at this point, like, Red really needed to be the ones with the double power-ups to get a comeback here, but Ninja Dog just going to take advantage and going for the final frag. They finally knock him out, but getting back 14, nearly impossible. Well done to Ninja Dog and Poto.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a great... That's what we want to showcase when we talk about map control, when we talk about working with your teammate. That was a masterclass going up against veteran players like Devastation and Hate Daddy. But it's a new map. Requires a new strategy. Map 2. Alright.
Oh, this one. With the BFG in the middle, and yeah, the two power-ups are separated by quite a big distance. So it isn't going to be like, what is that? I'm thinking of the map, can't remember. But Red going up quickly, 2-1.
I'm not sure if Devastation was able to grab the blue armor before. No, in fact, Hatred had dropped Devastation before he grabbed the blue armor, although Dev just went back for it. Now, at the very minimum, Ninja Dog can't grab the blue armor now. So he's been lost to time. And a little bit of...
Hate Daddy and Dev picking up both power-ups. At least they took control of them for like a 2-frag advantage, but like I can imagine they even wanted more from that.
Yeah, but at the minimum, you have to take into consideration you're denying it to the enemy team as well, which can help in the early game mayhem as teams start to get established. A little bit more, they get used to the flow and they start to roll together. Ninja Dog with a couple excellent frags there. He saw the blue armor's up. Doesn't have a ton of health. Able to shoot through that fence, but Hatred dropping him finally. Games are pretty even, 10-8. Anyone's game so far.
Yeah, very even. Through the start, Poto just checking there for the blue armor, so kind of forgot that his teammate picked it up not long ago. Ninja Dog getting punished by the Soul Sphere, unsure on the timing, and loses it to Devastation.
A little bit of some alert spam there as Human Bones, the commissioner of the MDF, drops a whole bunch of tier 1 subs for people in the chat. So you're going to be hearing that sound about 10 more times.
Yeah.
So shout out to the community for adding to that prize pool while the event is continuing. And it won't be just today. You won't be hearing it all just today. You'll be hearing it tomorrow as well, as the double elimination bracket will determine which of these teams that made it out of the group stage will be going home with that prize pool that continues to grow.
Blue team here hanging out together, but we've had Red get a bit of a spread on them, up by 6. And I'm kind of curious here if Poto and Ninja Dog have even lost a game like all throughout this round robin.
I don't think we've seen them lose a game yet.
Yeah, and looking at a 24-13, this should, it'd be the first time for them to have like a little bit of adversity where they need to go back to the chalkboard. They have to step it up. So are they front runners or are they fighters?
Well, so far we haven't seen them really been put in their place, so this will be a round that they might end up losing. I mean, they're down by 6, but Ninja Dog with the blue armor might be able to turn that around.
Yeah, 5 seconds later, like as we're talking all about that, is Ninja Dog is getting the same thing from map 1, is the double power up, but accidentally misses the mega armor, drops back down. Sees a red member to his right. Going for the chase. And fails to get frag.
We're switching over to Hatred now. They're up by 9. I mean, 3 minutes left, so we'll either hit that time limit as teams might slow the tempo down, but both teams not afraid of going toe-to-toe with each other.
What a really good use of the chain gun on the high ground is Hate Daddy had one chance for a shot, but just missed it. He's looking at that Soul Sphere, but gets backed off by Blue.
Who then? Ninja Dog then took command of that upper area, but has to clear the last player, but ends up able to... Who grabbed that? I think that might have been Dev who ended up dropping. Well, the Soul Sphere is still up. Ninja Dog goes for it. He's not able to grab it. In fact, I think Hate Daddy missed it, but he's trying to keep guard up below. Probably telling Dev, go for it if you're up there. Ends up going for it, but gets nearly one shot by Ninja Dog, taking up 150 health, and then finished off right after. The margin is now reduced to 4 between the two teams.
Getting really tight, and with 2 minutes, there's lots of time on the clock.
Yeah, it's less than 2 minutes left. It's anyone's game. It's going to come down to how well these two teams coordinate, what items they can test for, and if they're able to get away with a major item.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of splitting in between Mega and Soul Sphere, with kind of the timing being similar, but Poto going in there sees blue armor. Kind of hesitated for a second and went back.
Ninja Dog finally lost his blue armor, but was switching over to Poto, who managed to grab the next spawn. And good trigger discipline from a lot of these teams so far. They're getting used to the friendly fire aspect, and they're confirming their targets before they open fire. Not a whole lot of team damage has rolled out this round, actually. Poto missing a shot, going for the Soul Sphere, missing a follow-up, and Devastation and Hatred are taking command of that outside area, but they're only ahead by 1 frag now, less than a minute left in round 2 of this group stage match.
Yeah, they were even down by a frag or 2 for a bit, so it's really coming down to the wire, and the time, 40 seconds.
Teams in a dead heat. 30 seconds left. This is probably one of the closest rounds we've seen.
Oh, blue going up by 2. Gonna need a strong output here by red. Can they do anything? Do they have anything left in the tank?
Oh, and Dev taking out Hatred, taking a chance at that corner shot. And Dev doing another team kill. It's all but assured that blue is now going to go home with a 2-0 victory.
A 2-0 victory against Hate Daddy and Devastation. That's big. And I think that's going to confirm Ninja and Poto at the top of the leaderboard. Let me check if they had a bye then, but they had a tough start there on the crypt at the beginning, where red opened up like a 24-13 lead, but Ninja Dog and Poto really tightened up in the middle. They're picking up power-ups and just chipping away at the lead.
Great work from them. That's the kind of coordination, power-up control, and perseverance, even while they were down for a good part of that game. They rallied back and were able to chip away at the old-timers, showing that no one is unbeatable.
Yes, and seeing the round 5 matchups, Plex does not have a matchup, so I believe they swept.
That's
every game.
Damn, so round of applause for Plex.
And were you as concerned as me just going in today, like seeing Daston at the beginning say, oh, can't play today, so it's going to be Poto who goes in place? Like, not sure if Ninja and Poto had like a whole bunch of practice, but seeing what Ninja Dog was able to do in WDL and having a little experience with him, Ninja's like very good at coordination. That's like one of his prowesses.
I wasn't concerned. Poto is a very strong player, and honestly, it doesn't matter what team you have signed up. It doesn't matter what 2 players are on that team. It's going to be how well they coordinate, how well their chemistry forms up. That's going to determine their actual team strength. You could have one of the best players in the world in Duel in there. Like, take Looper, for example. It takes 2 to tango in a format like this. Not only that, we have a wild card in one of the maps, a wild card of a Cyber Demon, but overall, we have Friendly Fire enabled. So it requires a very patient skill set. We could see an upset tomorrow that we would never have expected under a different rule set, a different format. So, anything can happen.
Got any other games in the servers here? I don't see a result between Team Doomers and The Problem. So, Ross King, Nexus versus Ludwig, Jabroni.
I'm refreshing the server list. They're ending a game right now. I don't know if that's round 2 or not. Let's see. Get that server. Alright, we're going to be looking at the end of round 1. Team R, 48-15. Pretty lopsided on map 10. But this is going to be the first round of their set. And we're going to have another game after this here. So we're definitely not done.
That's Team Doomers versus R?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying that.
Yeah, and they just and R just won the first round 50-17. I like map 1 a lot. It flows very well.
Yeah, it's rad on the movement, and there's some cool height variation, especially in the middle with the rocket launcher platform and fighting around the plasma and the lava.
Yeah, the plasma and soul area is definitely a hot topic, no pun intended. But yeah, these drop-off platforms like limit your movement too. It's interesting. I like how this area is designed. I don't know what the... Is map 1 the second map? Oh no, they're call voting to map 2 now.
Swapping the 2. I think that was the same map we just saw.
Yes, the final map between Plex and GE. And Team R will be going in with a 1-round advantage. So if they are able to sweep this... And I'm not...
Jabroni is AFK.
Uh-oh. No, he's back! He's back, and he's ready to go. And Ludwig was able to clean up that whole area, including his own teammate. Gonna be watching Ross King for a little bit here.
Has anyone even picked up the blue armor?
I don't think so. Nexus did pick up the soul, though, however. He's sitting at 155 health. And he looks to be taking command over that doorway that leads into that blue armor setup. Goes back for a soul sphere refresh. And we do see that the blue armor's up. Looks like he'll be making a beeline for that. And he'll be 200-200. Or he's letting Ross King grab it.
Okay, giving it over to the teammates, so they'll both be very tanky here against Ludwig and Jabroni. They'll have to be careful in how they want to commit to fights.
Pretty cool to see teammates split the power up so that they are... It's not just like one monster running around, but they're able to... Nexus is refreshing with the Soul Sphere and taking fights when they come to him rather than looking for a fight and giving up control over that area. And this could be an emerging strategy for Team R on map 2.
Yeah, and Ludwig and Jabroni is they were able to pretty well deny the power-ups for that first run, but if like Nexus is just going to continue and keep getting these power-ups, then it's like you have to constantly do that and always be on the back foot.
We'll switch over to Ross King, who goes back for that blue armor and misses it the first time, but grabs it, and players can also see that timer at the bottom of their screen, so it makes it for an effective tool to time the next 30 seconds when that will pick up.
Nexus, king of the castle, just sitting on the high ground, willing in the blue team to come fight.
I mean, they have to come to him. They're down by 16 points. So, by forcing them into a choke point, just by sheer attrition, Team R is taking the lead of this round. And if things continue the way they are, this will be a short one. I wouldn't say that armor's deceptive to get. It is a little awkwardly placed, but, you know, at some point, you're trying to hit the fastest route possible to get out of that room. You don't want to be trapped in there. You want to get back out and fight. Try to clip the very edge of that, the hitbox of the thing. Pick it up.
And delaying these fights, it's just going to get even worse for blue, because if you check Ross King and Nexus, they both have blue armor applied to them.
And there's a fight in that room, actually. And Ludwig, there's a red player out on the edge there? Nexus is outside. It's like practically outside the map.
Rock King.
Rot, buddy.
It
happens, but that can be a disadvantage for Ross King. He has to fight 2 players now.
Can he fall off?
Well, maybe not so much of a disadvantage if the teammates are going to kill each other.
That's the case where it's like we have the rule book, we've written it down, but it's that's a new one.
Well, if they're trying to slow down the game, then I guess they're successful. And if he's trying not to lose life, then good on you, I guess. But your teammates out there fighting 2v1. Even if they are BFGing each other. Which I think they've actually lost. Oh boy, they're at 3 points. That's not good.
Yeah, in a case where it would be like insanely close, like I could definitely see a reset. Like I think we'll go through with this one, just being because Ross King is still kind of getting the kills, and I think we'd see it as a 2 versus 1 being a disadvantage. But yeah, we might have to check the map and see if there's something Rock can do for tomorrow.
There is a I think it would unfortunately be safe to say that there is a skill discrepancy, but that is allowing Ross King to flourish in this way. But I don't think that this would be a valid strategy against the team that you would see in the upper bracket of tomorrow's event.
Yeah.
Regardless, I would probably go on a limb and say this is bordering on poor sportsmanship.
Yeah, well, my only question is if there was, for some reason, like a wall there.
Oh, yeah, to prevent that from happening in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that is how it goes sometimes. If there's a vulnerability in the map, some players have no shame. Unfortunately, Ludwig and Jabroni Slayer are not able to tip the scales against Ross King, who is able to play at a safe distance and control the power-ups. And go the enemy team into BFGing each other, apparently, repeatedly.
Yeah, I'd say after this one is done, we'll quickly do an admin talk, but yeah, we'll just maybe mention don't do that, or you'll be punished, but maybe not worry about this one.
42-7 though. That's a rough draw. No matter how it shapes up. 30 seconds left. It's pretty much going to be a 2-0 sweep for Team R. Ross King, the sole combatant on the field for the red team.
He's fighting against 2, but he's having BFGs go his way. Yeah, maybe Nexus went for a lunch break.
DoorDash?
Oh, okay. I thought that was a little. Okay, I see.
Oh, like where he is.
From what I thought that it was.
Oh, wait. That's a tough spot. I wonder if you could unseat them with a well-placed rocket, perhaps.
Yeah.
But that's It's a bit mean.
But
Team
Rusting
R
and
will
Nexus,
take.
they get the 2-0.
Yeah, Team R will be taking 2-0 over the enemy team. Yeah, we frown upon such behaviors.
Okay, so the B3 is done. We just have 3 more matches before the Saturday session is over. We do quick tournaments here at TTC. 2.5 hours, you're done.
Yeah, we've learned from past events not to have a full, 8-hour event. But, short and sweet tends to be the happy medium for everyone involved, players, casters, and organizers. And having teams roll right in and commence the next call vote is very much appreciated and keeps things rolling. Don't even have time to go back to the intermission screen. And I guess Rothstein is now going to be playing with Greg. Change his name to Nexus. Oh boy.
So
good old Greg.
Greg. My thoughts were, at least on the positioning they were going, is there's a city map in the set. Large city map that isn't being played. It'd be way too big. It's like a 4 versus 4 map minimum. But there was an area where you could fall off a rooftop, where you'd get onto like the edge of the map. And I don't know if Rock King like fixed that one, but that one, or in map 2, is jumping to a side area and then line of sighting yourself. You want to check out Ludwig and Jabroni again versus Nate and Bitzerk? Give them a little more time on camera?
You know what? That's probably a good idea. We'll be seeing teams like Stall and Disparel and Nexus and Rothstein, no doubt, in the future. But let's see what server that's in.
I'll be seeing them tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll definitely be seeing them tomorrow. But we'll give a little bit of love to the players who are newer to Doom competition. And what server are they in?
New York. Ludwig says server D, which does not exist.
Yeah, we have A, B, and C. They have a game still? I thought they were done.
No, that'd be Team Doomers versus Sigma and Kappa, Group 2, Round 5.
Give me a sec. In just a second, we'll actually start tallying these things. A lot of the donations that came through happened all at the same time.
Actually, we joked about some of the newer players, but I think both Sigma and Kappa and Team Doomers are at 0 points. So this match would be who gets knocked out. This is a knockout match.
Ooh, it's a knockout match. We got love the elimination matches.
Winner goes on the Sunday, loser goes home. Is that official A? Base Q Legends?
I'll be in there in a second.
So let's check that out again. Okay, Nate, Visor, Jabroni, Ludwig. I don't know who would have the advantage. It's tricky when you're seeing... Okay, so you go and you see rounds where you have these killers who come up against maybe some newer players, and it's like, say, 50-20 or 50-17, but it's like a 50-20 versus a 50-10 to 10 in another matchup. Like, how is that going to play out in this round? It's like, I don't know. I think we're going to see some close games.
All right. Prize pool is now at $1,133, $1,133, thanks to the community donations through the stream as the event has progressed. Absolutely incredible.
Thank you all very much. Just hoping you're enjoying the matches. There's going to be a lot tomorrow, because tomorrow turns into a classic waterfall bracket. There will be 8 teams and double elimination.
Yeah, double elimination allows for A lot of upsets to happen. That should be pretty interesting to watch unfold. Right now, we've got a knockout match in the lower end of the group stage. And a coin flip was called, but I don't think... Did anyone actually call it? Oh, okay, we got picks. Map 5 or 10 were nominated by Team Blue. It'll be up to Team Red to veto one of those two maps. So the team who did not win the coin flip initially, well, you would think they would be at a disadvantage in the map selection process, but that is not the case. They're actually more in control. Don't judge my typing. But yeah, hopefully everyone is having fun watching some of the group matches for Take the Crown. It's a hell of a match.
We're gonna do a swap here, then.
We are?
We're gonna do a swap here.
Oh, goodness.
I'm so sorry.
Well, good luck to those two teams. Hopefully we'll see one of those two tomorrow. We should. But we're being pulled by the administration, strong-arming us to the teams that we'll be seeing tomorrow. Anyways, but this will determine the winner of Group 2.
Okay, do a coin flip then. FT versus R or GE versus BOMF.
Oof. FT and R.
FT and R, which should be in server A.
That's right. I believe we're in round 1. I'm not sure. I mean, we got pulled in, but I believe this is round 1.
Okay, we got Stalin to Spiral, and it's first time on Saturday that
whoops,
we get to see them play.
Fixed the round score there. Totally forgot about that in the mayhem, but I think this is round 1. Yeah, okay. Do has confirmed it's round 1. So we're going to be broadcasting the this game, and then I think we'll be moving over to GE and BOMF afterwards, I believe. Unless they go ahead, which I'm not really sure what the call would be on that. But so far, round 1 of FT versus R, Stalin and Desparal are in a dead heat against Ross King and Nexus.
They're just going blow for blow here with Red with a small lead, but the this game is going to be the determinant of who gets first place in their bracket. First place is a big deal.
Yeah, that will help greatly with the seeding going into the double elimination bracket tomorrow. So if there's a time to play hard, it's definitely going to be this match between these two teams.
Yeah, hopefully an easier match for your first round. Desparal here fighting against Nexus, but Nexus comes out the victor.
And a lot of fighting up top for the Plasma, or more importantly, for the Soul Sphere. But great work from Team R to clear out that top area. And Ross actually drops down to group up with his teammate to assert control as they wait for that power-up to respawn.
Yeah, chilling on the high ground, just waiting for the other team to come to them. But the Soul Sphere is the only major power-up on map 1, so the only big one you're required to control.
I'm not sure if I would say required to control, but definitely would be advantageous to control.
Hey, man,
with these two
English
heavy sluggers,
hard.
I mean, that's definitely something you don't want to give up.
Yes. I have the feeling when you cast twice a year, you have to remember how to speak.
I don't even know how to do it. I missed that class.
Only had 30 years on this earth. It's, I don't know. Oh, Rusking didn't pick up the Soul Sphere. He just grabbed the Plasma and left.
I think maybe he didn't realize he didn't pick it up, or maybe he's leaving it for Nexus, who is... No, Rusking is ahead in frags, but, you know, I was wondering if he left it on purpose for his teammate. Nonetheless, if you're in that rim and it's up, you probably should grab it.
Might have opened up a little bit for Blue, where they're up 49 to 46. They only need one more frag, and
that'll be it for the first round. Blue is up 1 point in this best of 3, and that, I don't know if that Soul Sphere would have helped Ross enough to bring it back around in their favor, but it was a dead heat the whole way. No team ran away with that margin.
And they didn't. Red was up 6 or 5 or 6 with it being, say, approximately 40 to 34, so I'm sure they're kicking themselves.
It's a close loss, but it shows that they're able to keep up with it. Now, we saw Nexus and Ross King play a very tight strategy around the blue armor here, but I don't think... Oh, no, it's going to be map 6. It's going to be Cyber Demon map.
Second Cyber Demon of the day.
Oh,
Are
I
they
love
going to
it.
take out the Cyber Demon, or will they just leave it up?
The time investment to take out something with that pool of health, I don't know about that.
If you have the BFG?
Do you think they're going to do the 2-shot BFG on it?
I don't think so. It's a large commitment with 2 angry opponents on your butt.
Yeah, Desperal and Stall are no slouches. Desperal already getting the blue armor. Start off early in the game. Has to draw back, can't push that opponent because the Cyber Demon is running interference. And Red comes in with BFG. Ross King dropping both opponents. That blue armor is now off the field. That hard cover in the corner proving to be hella crucial.
Yep. And I like seeing the circling on the map. Just either you're seeing players go clockwise or counterclockwise just to stay away from the side B.
And even then, he'll get a frag or two. We saw Ross King come around the corner and eat a rocket that was intended for another player.
Okay, Desperal goes up there and he grabs the Soul Sphere and a green armor. Can pick up both and immediately try to get into some fights here. But can't seem to find anyone really on red. They're on the other side, and Desperal picks up blue.
And a fun fact, Desperal is, you know, he's done some speedrun attempts in the past, so he might be more comfortable going right up there with a Cyber Demon to grab a power-up or two than maybe any of the other 3 players. And oh my god, there's a team wipe from Team R. Both got clipped by the same Cyber Demon rocket and dropping.
Desperal was sitting at 1 HP and is able to save it and pick up another Soul Sphere.
He's a gamer.
Yeah, typically time to kill is just so short in Doom, but like Desperal must have lived for an entire minute.
Cyber Demon is out of control. I need to make a kill counter for it for tomorrow.
Please do.
Okay. Next is taking a Cyber Demon rocket to the noggin as all the fighting is unfolding around the Cyber Demon podium. Frosting with the BFG, what's he gonna do? Spools up the firing and then just eats buckshot to the face. There's blue armor. Tempting fate with a Cyber Demon.
And it's all about the placement of the map too. Like, Rock King could have put that blue armor where it was not in line of sight, but it's like, nah. It's gonna be right here in the firing range.
Dude, I love this map. The wild card makes it so interesting and fresh, and not only that, we touched on earlier about how it could obscure the sound cues of the match, and I think it does a great job of that. You really don't know what's unfolding across the map with the Cyber Demon stomping around and firing rockets everywhere. As far as the kill count goes, I mean, 37 to 30. Stall doing excellent work, but turning around and catching a rocket.
Something.
Oh my
BFG.
god. Frosting has a BFG. And misses one. Oh, baby.
Oh,
shit. Oh, BMG not as valuable when you're pinned in the corner by a tower of rockets and hatred.
You get the exact opposing situation on map 2 compared to map 1, where now Despiral and Stall are up by 6. But Despiral has both power-ups, just uses that, tanks with his life, using it as a resource.
I mean, hey, that's probably a good reason, a better reason than any to grab as many power-ups as possible. Just eat a Cyber Demon Rock and keep on trucking.
Yep.
But this match went by blistering fast. The mayhem of the match didn't discourage any team from W-keying each other. 49-39, it's all but assured that Blue is going to go home with a 2-0 victory.
Yeah, nothing you can do. Despiral again, Mega Armor 150 HP. Crazy, they took that 2-0, so Frag Titans are going to be on the top of Group 2, whereas we had Team Plex at the top of Group 1.
Every player left. I thought we were going to be doing another game. Maybe?
Was that two?
No, I thought we were going. I thought there was another game about to happen, wasn't there?
Oh, Geezer Express versus who are they facing?
Oh, GE and BOMF left.
Dante and Cypher.
Refresh the server. Let's try to get you guys in. Get the action in there. And I actually do see them in another server. I think they might just be waiting on us. They're in the French server. A Bomph. It's just Bomph. Okay.
I'm going to, as we're changing servers, try to sneak a look and see if we can get a frag count between
The Cyber Demon and the other two teams?
Yeah, maybe that. Looks like Nate, Kaiser, they're at the very start of their next game. So just a few frags on the board. I don't know who would have taken round 1. But final match of the day, it'll be, again, BOMF versus Geezer Express. Are we beginning on map 2? Seems to be a popular choice among the competitors.
I think the first map might actually be map 4.
Map
There's a call vote for that.
We're seeing so many just different map picks. Loving it. This map.
Yeah, it's got the Undertale music. Undertale map.
I'd say every map has been picked a lot except for the what is it, the Japanese map?
I thought we saw maybe we saw the tail end of that map, of map 10, happen with one of the R games. I think. Yeah, we came into that one with only a few frags left. That map we had not seen a whole lot of. I hope that more teams end up picking it tomorrow, but right now we're starting off in map 4 between Bomph and GE. GE taking an early advantage. Hate Daddy with the blue armor. 50% damage reduction, but he needs more health if that's going to be of any effectiveness.
Any use. Hate Daddy's just sitting behind Devastation. Gonna use him as a human shield.
Kind of hanging around there. Grabs the armor again, but the health is what this player really needs.
With 2 red enemies, yeah, Hate Daddy. It wasn't long for this world.
Lost not just 1 blue armor, but 2, and a double frag from Devastation. Gets a reset on the field for the red team, but they're controlling these couple spawns pretty well, and they're rolling together, so 11-4 in this first round.
This is beautiful control. Hate Daddy even earlier, he was like, screw it, I'm gonna grab this green armor. And then converts that into another blue. So for Cypher and Dante really to get back in this match, they're gonna have to reset and start gaining some power-ups.
Yeah, they're gonna have to force the enemy team off these points. Like they're taking the armor without any much of a challenge. The armor just respawned, but it's going to be up to Cypher and Dante to push for that. And it looks like Devastation was waiting for that Soul Sphere, but it got stolen out from under him.
Yeah. Oh, stealing candy from a Devastation by Dante, I think there.
And Hatred was able to grab the blue armor and is rolling out with its damage reduction, although Cypher dropped down from above with a very clean Super Shotgun Blast. And they're only down by 6 points. It really is their game to lose.
Oh, Hate Daddy kills Devastation. You don't want that in a close match. Like, even with the power-up domination of blue, there isn't much of a spread.
If you drop your teammate, if you're rolling together, all of a sudden you can find yourself in a 1v2, and that can hurt you even more. So friendly fire is definitely something to keep in mind in any close game. But, you know, these players have played for so long, you know, eyesight's diminishing. Say we're probably more like a T-Rex, we're like movement based. Anything that moves, just shoot it. Doesn't matter what color it is.
If there was like a counter also with the Cyber Demon one, having one for just blue armors that Hate Daddy has picked up this game.
Yeah, but like you can pick it up and deny it to the enemy team, but if you're throwing it away, you're not getting too much of an advantage. Cypher and Dante are yielding no ground. Now the margin is only 5 frags. Dev grabbing that Soul Sphere and looking to contest the blue armor area in a 1v2. And they're able to clear him out. Oh, and Cypher was able... that rocket clipped the back of his friend.
Hits Dante, but an interesting strategy having the rocket there to maybe try and deny blue.
Yeah, that blue armor is in a very enclosed spot.
Beautiful turnaround rocket by Devastation, just 180 and ripping apart red teammates that are going across that mid platform.
And they're starting to pull ahead now. Well, except for that frag from Devastation, getting Hey Daddy on the other side of the grate. But it does happen on low health. Pushing over to Cypher. Him and his teammate securing blue. Not taking too much damage from Devastation there with the wall in the way, but they're asserting dominance over the Soul Sphere area at the time being.
Yeah, Cypher, don't shoot your teammate there. So even they're still down by a little bit, and they can tie it up and maybe pull out the victory here, Red. But I'm just really happy seeing Cypher and Dante like now getting this power-up control. They changed it around.
Dev getting caught off guard, but they're taking a lot of these fights in a 1v2. Dev behind him with rockets. Dante falls, but the main power-up holder, Cypher, continues on.
Still with high health. Didn't take much damage. Gonna give the next one to Dante.
Great power-up control from Bomf.
Yeah, this is really bad news with double blue arm. Oh,
shot from behind by Hey Daddy, who was at very low health, but then he picked up the Soul Sphere, so it might change hands again. Control might be in favor of EG. Soul Sphere's up. I guess I was mistaken on the Soul Sphere call. Now 200 with 100 green armor.
Blue armor's not there, Cypher. There it is.
Hate not committing to that fight. Devastation falling as a result without the support of his teammate. Might be playing more of a cautious game. Hate moving in. Now, but he's got low health. They lost Dev, but he traded for him. 47 to 45.
Really tight here. Can they afford giving away another blue? But they only need 2 frags.
They only need 2 frags, and it really is anyone's game. And it's a dead heat, 48 to 48. Cypher missing the jump for the blue armor. Only 1 more frag needed. Oh, and by the skin of their teeth.
Because Cypher got the blue, but you have, you know, 2 teammates, 2 versus 2, and Dante got taken out, so it didn't matter right at the very end. But a 1 frag differential, how crazy is that?
I mean, you can't get a thinner margin than that, short of having a call the tiebreaker into play. It really is the closest game possible, considering how they had that. I mean, they were all 4 players were in the same spot shooting at each other, so it really was anyone's game at that particular moment. And I don't know what the round 2 map is. Map 10. You were just talking about not seeing it, now we're going to see it. The final game of the day.
I'm going to give you a quick update here before we start this one. In round 5, Sigma and Kappa has knocked out Team Doomers, so Ludwig and Jabroni are going home. So let's give them a little clap in chat. Thank them for coming out to TTC.
And while they might be going home today, we have to thank them for their participation.
Yes. Ludwig was looking for a teammate for a while and did find one, so we do hope they enjoyed themselves.
Yeah, and it's, our events are open throughout the community to anyone to join. Don't have to win. Just have a good time. Come on out and play. Round 2 is underway for the final game of the group stage for the day.
Cypher starting out off the bat and getting the Megasphere over blue.
GE, General Electric, won the first round of this best of 3, where Bomf is taking an early lead. However minor that might be, that Megasphere has already been taken. And a little bit some delay tactics from Dante, allowing Cypher to run away with that Megasphere and establish control over the middle of the map. Middle of the dojo, rather.
Yeah. I love with the theme, just purely a battle here at the center.
Yeah, that middle of the map is just a big shoot arena. There's a pillar in the way, but other than that, there's no hard cover for teams to do their thing.
I don't know if Devastation and Hate Daddy just wants to get into a battle like this, because it's not going their way. They're already down by 12.
Yeah, that Super Shotgun is a pivotal focal point of this arena, because it's one of the few Super Shotguns available in the map, apart from the side here that we see through Cypher's point of view. But Cypher has multiple Megasphere pickups so far this map. They're up 22-10. It's the biggest margin we've seen against these two teams.
Megasphere's up, but nobody's in place to grab it right yet. Devastation.
Some chain gun work from Cypher. We're going to switch perspective. We're going to look at Devastation, who just grabbed the Mega. I'm not sure if they're aware of what that sound meant. It sound meant that the BFG platform lowered, and here comes Dante.
Did they press it and give it to red?
I don't think they pressed it. The BFG switch is on the other end of the map. I don't think that that hatred was over there. The switch for the BFG is located in the cave system behind the perspective of Dante right now. But Megasphere's up, and Bomf was able to clear them out enough to go for that Mega, but he needs a better weapon if he wants to really contest that middle of the map. He's up against 2 players, did not grab the Super Shotgun. Despite the 200-200, you can be whittled down. Good boomstick work. Help from the teammate to clear that out. Grab the Super Shotgun. He still has that blue armor damage reduction.
Still has it. Dante's still going on with this light, but the Mega is going to come up again.
Dante intercepting enemy team members as they start to time. They start to realize that the Mega's up. They're timing it. Hate clears out Cypher, but Dante's going to go for it. He knows that Devastation's going to come around the corner and is ready for him, grabbing the Mega to refresh 34-21 in favor of Bomf.
Because blue, like, they were denying it for a bit, but as you can see, if you're on the outside portion, it really does take a while to turn around and then take a crack at that jump for yourselves.
The notable thing so far is we've seen a lot of great teamwork from Bomb to control that Mega. Even as going so far as dedicate a teammate, hey, I'm going to go in and delay them so you can go pick it up. This time, Devastation's in control, has the Mega, and is trying to establish himself in that middle dojo area.
We got the BFG press, but Devastation didn't get there in time.
Oh, and Dante, or Cypher drops Dante. Gets the BFG off that I don't think connected to that enemy team player, considering they were able to walk away from that.
But both times when Blue has taken control of that Megasphere, Red has kind of countered them with that BFG play. Both times.
Yeah, they were able to keep their distance, and I mean, right now we see Dante. Oh, well, that's a pillar.
That could be the last gasp from Blue, and just getting denied again on the Megasphere.
And it makes me... I'm curious how the mentality is going to shape up for the third round, considering that they were able to barely graze out round 1. Round 2, they lost, I would say, decisively. I mean, unless they go on a 16 frag streak. Do Hate and Dev go deathless now? Oh, I guess not.
Nope.
Hate figures out how the BFG operates and is rolling out with Dev. Got BFG and some blue armor. That is called excellent BFG work. Getting one with the tracers and one with the BFG ball. They're within 10 frags now. They staged a decent comeback, but through attrition, Red was able to put a round on the board.
Devastation is just too low for that last frag, but I'm interested if we do see that map more tomorrow, if there will be less central play or like a little bit more to the BFG.
And I don't remember casting a third round, but final game of the day, we get to see the third round, the tiebreaker map.
Round 3, let's go.
Dev disconnected. He crashed, according to Hate. But he's back. The great thing about Doom, you just join the server and you're immediately in. You don't have to wait past the intro screen or nothing.
Three, 2, 1, let's go.
This is a pretty good tiebreaker map. I mean, the way it flows suits both these heavy-hitting teams and how much they vie for control of a power-up. Cypher with an early control over where the Soul Sphere ends up going. But his teammates cut off from him, and I believe... Oh, GE's not even really playing together either. They're kind of roaming around, but they're paying for that. 6-2.
Yeah, I hope the... Blue isn't coming off the last round is like a little bit disappointed because we're just seeing Red continue their fragging dominance from map 2, pushing that into map 3.
Mentality is important in these types of games. I mean, you know, you come off a close win and then a pretty decent loss. I mean, going into the third round, you have to mentally prepare yourself like, look, we're going to go in there with confidence and we're going to take the control away from them. That hasn't happened decisively yet, but it's still early in the third round.
And I'd say Geezer Express, like, since they're in a tie here with BOMF in round 5, is they really want to come out of this 3-1 in their bracket. Because otherwise, there's a good chance they're going to be coming up against a heavy hitter round 1. You never want to get knocked into the loser's bracket early on.
No, but it has happened to good players in heavy tournaments before. I mean, you have to play at the top of your game, and that can be hard to do consistently. But if anything, the group stage is a great way to determine what your weaknesses are, what your maps you're good at are in an actual format. I mean, you can practice all you want before the event, but at the end of the day, when you start having real matches on it, you get a better picture, and this is every team's opportunity to learn from today.
Yes. getting a lull in the action. With,
he like lined up Devastation, looked directly into his eyes, and pulled the fucking trigger.
He just did it.
What? What?
What a monster.
And he lost control over the top of the map. As a result, Dante sweeping. Oh, come on.
Well, his name isn't Love Daddy, it's Hate Daddy.
Oh my lord. Dad, there's a player behind you. Oh man.
Dev just running for the hills, but it's not gonna help him.
Well, although Cypher was able to clear out the enemy, he fought his teammate well. I mean, I love friendly fire, honestly. But Cypher has the armor. There's no blue armor on this map, only green. So with that and a stack of health, about as tanked up as he can be. He heard that teleport sound behind him, turned around, got hate.
He looks like he's looking for... I don't know what he's looking for.
Looking for a purpose in this map. They have to unseat Bomb from the top of this arena if they want to contest for the Soul Sphere, but they're not doing a great job of it so far. They need to go in as a unit. Instead, they're getting spawn fragged.
Yeah, they're both separated. And Dev and Hate Daddy do.
But it's less of a failing of Hate and Dev's coordination. It's a testament to how strong Dante and Cypher are when they're rolling together and they're actively executing a strategy. They're up 30-17 in this tiebreaker round. You know, on paper, you see names like Hate, Dev, Disparel, Ross King. You see them a lot in tournaments, but you haven't seen Dante and Cypher a whole ton outside of, what, last year's Take the Crown event?
Yeah, and you can't count them out. I believe Dante was the one who knocked out Devastation.
You can't count out any player in Doom tournaments. I mean, you don't know who's out there. Just because you're in the pond doesn't mean there's a bigger fish ready to jump in from a river somewhere. That's how geography works.
Yeah.
Look, I just rolled with it.
Well, the geography of this map, you just care about the topography of whatever's the highest elevation. That's been working for Dante and Cypher, and I think Hate Daddy and Devastation have just ran out of steam. I can't see a way of them bringing it back from this. It's they're going to be looking towards tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, Red only needs 3 more kills, while you need 30 more for Blue. So it's all but assured that it's over.
Yeah,
but
after
definitely
that first match, I went to Blue 50-49, but yeah, they've had no answer for them.
Definitely something to take home and like mull over. Like, hey, why did we blow it on this set of 3? Are we going to run into Bomb in the bracket? Could we potentially get knocked out by them?
Saying we got a Soul Sphere, but just chilling there down below with the Rockets by Cypher and controlling that point. Dante and Cypher, they take this one 2-1.
Yeah, great work from Bump, Dante, and Cypher. Taking the final game of the day, 2-1. Yeah, a little tiebreaker round. That will, I mean, that's going to be it, right? I don't think there are any more matches.
Yeah, that's going to do it for today. Let's check out what we've got for... Oh, why did I change the page? Oh, here we go. It's perfect. It shows Group 1 and Group 2 so far. So we're going to have, in Group 1, Flexible number 1, BOMF with Dante and Cypher. We just watched number 2, Geezer Express 3, and Pandamaniacs are number 4 in their group. They got the bye win against Be Free, but so tomorrow we'll be seeing Steve and Blue Pineapple and whatever they can do. But I believe they're going to be going up against one of our number 1 ranked teams, so that's going to be a tough round 1. Group 2, on the other hand, Disparl and Stall. coming out first place, followed by Ross King and Nexus 6. Then we have Slacking Off with Looper and Herbivore. And Sigma and Kappa, during the match that we watched, is they won against Team Doomers. So they will be showing up in Sunday's bracket. So what are you looking forward to tomorrow? Do you got any predictions?
Oh, geez, I don't know. I mean, we saw Plexible, we saw the Problem, we saw Geezer Express, we saw Bonf like play really well today. I mean, and we didn't see a whole ton of Frag Titans. I'm very curious to see how far they advance, but I mean, just the winners bracket round 2. I put the link in the chat for those people, like straight up, just to take you to that page, and that command will be updated for tomorrow. But the second winners bracket round is going to have so many heavy hitters. It's going to be tough to see a lot of these great performing teams that we've seen today. Somebody's going to have to lose at the end of the day.
Gonna have to lose. Somebody's going to take the crown and somebody else is going to get knocked out. But my 3 to look out for tomorrow is very curious about Geezer Express, Slacking Off, and BOMF. If they'll be able to take out our top hitters.
Yeah, and we may see an upset. I mean, hey, I already talked about Bomfin like Frag Titans advancing, right? Or assuming they are. We don't know if they're going to get upset or not. We might see a team that didn't perform super well today. They might come back and just knock a top performing team into the losers bracket. Tomorrow is a new day. So
New day, which we will be seeing you tomorrow, starting at the same time, 12 Eastern. So write it down on your calendars.
write it down on your calendars or just go to bed and wake up tomorrow and be here. Same starting time, 9 Pacific, noon Eastern. Convert that to whatever the local time you have. I mean, pop it into Google if you don't even know the conversion. Just boom. Easy. We live in a world of convenience, and we are bringing you tomorrow the double elimination bracket for Take the Crown. And big shout out to the community for donating to that prize pool, which now sits at $1,133, in part thanks to you guys here on the stream. And thank you again to KingDime for sponsoring this event and co-casting today. Will you be joining me tomorrow?
Oh, I'll be helping you out tomorrow's end, and just a pleasure to be here. Thanks for inviting me on.
All right. Thank you again to the viewers, the players, Dime, the Multiplayer Doom Federation. Will play you out, and we will see you here tomorrow.